So, what exactly do we cover in this session? Hello?
Division.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What do we actually cover in this session? Is it like a mock test or something, like a qualifier exam sample?
Yes, sir. It's basically general discussion for 1 week to one first week to week 4, so
Oh,
that we can get up to, we can revise all the things that have been taught.
okay, okay. Understood.
Good evening, everyone. So, hope all of you are prepared for your quiz exam tomorrow. I think there are some people who are having the qualifier exam, right? And some of the term students who are having the quiz
Yes,
exam tomorrow, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, all the best to all of you. Yeah. So let's start with the whatever doubts are there. So I think day after tomorrow and yesterday, sorry, yesterday and day before yesterday, there was sessions conducted by student TAs. So I think all of you have joined those sessions, and they have overview, like they have given the overview of week 1 to 4, whatever things are there. So apart from that, if any doubts are there,
Sir,
let's.
yesterday they schedule a session, but it is not, I think, happen. It
No,
is not.
Yeah,
no, it
there's
has
no
happened.
applaud for that week 3 and 4 session.
Week 3 and 4, it's, I think it was there.
Yeah, there was, but the bot, the recording of it, there wasn't a YouTube link for it.
Oh, YouTube link is not there. Okay,
There's no YouTube link.
okay. I'll check. I'm not sure about it, but yeah, so I'll check that. But it was there. The session was there.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
there, but it wasn't
So
recorded because I
here
joined a bit late.
can we revise all things from 1 to week 4 along with mock test?
Sorry,
Can we revise all of these things?
today
Yeah, today.
it
Yeah.
it will take a lot of time. So that's why we have kept
No,
the.
only important thing. Only our doubts.
So if you have any doubts, just let me know. So
Yeah.
maybe what we can do is we will have this today's session as the problem solving session. So you can actually ask me any question from maybe practice assignments, grade assignments, where you feel the
Sir,
doubts.
can we discuss the mock paper once
Yeah,
all the
that
questions?
that is also fine. So maybe
Yeah.
there are two mocks. So maybe we can discuss one mock out of it, or
Yes, sir.
maybe
Yes.
those questions which are really difficult. I'll go through those questions. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes.
so that will be better. Okay, fine.
Yes,
So
sir.
if
Let's
I
start.
will go problem wise. So what we'll do
Just a
is
second,
if
please.
any.
Sir,
Sure.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I did try to join the link. I received the WhatsApp message. I tried to join the link. I shared it with
Okay.
my friends and they tried as well. But I
Hmm.
think I had the same problem. I was not able to join. But I mean, you're sure that it
Yeah,
was?
there is a problem
Yeah.
yesterday.
No, session was there. That is for sure, because a lot of people, I think from here also they have attended it, and I know that the session has happened. So maybe that YouTube link was not there, and what is the problem is the session was in Gmeet instead of the Zoom.
Right.
So that was maybe I don't know what was the issue. I don't
No,
know.
it was triggering Zoom only. It was triggering the Zoom application, but it just wouldn't load.
Then I
No, it
think
was in Gmeet.
it was in Gmeet
Gmeet.
actually. Maybe you were trying to open in Zoom, and the session was in Gmeet actually.
So is there any way to get access to that recording now?
I will check. So after the session, once it is ended, so I will check with that. Okay. But I think, see, this is like very last minute now. I don't know how much time we'll have to again go through that session. So maybe that session ended around like 9 or something. So maybe it was 3 hour recording. So I don't think it is beneficial to go through that recording. But still, if you want, I will just try to upload it after the session. Okay.
It would be a help. I'd get to practice those
Okay.
questions. Yeah, for
Sure,
sure.
sure.
So I've
No,
posted the
that
link.
was not, I think, problem solving session. That was just overview of the concepts. So let's
Okay.
see. Okay, I'll try to maybe upload it. Okay.
So I've sent the link to the YouTube channel. We can watch all the mock, like all the
Okay.
videos that was posted.
Pratyush,
Okay.
will that contain the link from yesterday? The yesterday's video?
Yeah, it is there in the live section. If you go on the channel, you will find all the live sessions that has been conducted. Everyone.
All right, I'm just checking.
Okay. So let's. So this
Thanks,
is the
Pratyush.
mock test 2, I think, right? So we'll try
Welcome,
to
man.
solve these questions. Okay. Um, okay.
Sir,
So
can
shall
you
I?
discuss, sir, can you discuss the mock test 1?
If you have doubts in that, I will discuss. No issue
Yeah,
there.
sir, please discuss
Yeah.
mock test 1.
Okay. Fine.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in this session, can we ask doubts other than mock test?
If we have time, then we'll discuss. There is no problem. Okay. So in mock test
Oh,
also, I'm not going to go through all the questions, okay, because I think there are a lot of questions. It will take a lot of time to solve all these questions. But yeah, we'll try to cover up as many questions as possible. Okay. So with this first question, I think a lot of people might have doubt. But so this is not the questions which is very related to statistics. This is related to somewhat mathematics. So if you want, I can show it. Otherwise, we can skip that question because this kind of questions we won't ask. Uh, Maybe if somebody is interested at the
Yeah,
end of the
please
session,
skip, sir. Skip this.
okay.
Sir,
So at the end, I will
We
try
had
to.
already discussed this in the office hour session.
Okay, okay, fine. But if you want, if anyone wants, I will discuss it. But at the end, because this question is not related to very much statistics, and such kind of questions won't be asked in the quiz. So maybe we'll try to stick to those questions which will come maybe in tomorrow's exam, right? Which are very
Yes,
related to
sir, that
physics,
will be helpful.
right? Okay. So okay, what we can do is I will ask you how to solve this question, okay? Or maybe you can try and give me the approaches, okay? So this is the question number 2. So the grade points achieved by the students in statistics exam is represented using a bar chart. What is the box and whisker plot of this data? So first of all, tell me what is the variable here.
Grade points.
So grade points, yeah. So variable.
Frequency actually. We are measuring frequency for the graded points.
So variable here is a graded point. Okay, graded points in statistics is a variable. What are the values taken by this variable?
Yeah, these 7, 12, 12, 7, and 2.
Are these values taken by variable grade points, or are these the frequencies related to the values taken by grade points?
These are
These are
frequencies.
frequencies.
Right. Well, so what are the values taken by a
And then
variable?
6 into 7.
6,
The
7, 8, 9,
the
10.
frequency of is 6 is 7.
Okay, so I think, okay, so just try
6
to understand
multiplied
it.
by 7.
Not multiplication, right? What are the values taken by a variable? That's what. Okay, so let's try to draw. So first of all, are you guys agreed with this? So the variable name is grade points.
Yeah.
In statistics. Okay, statistics. This is my name of variable, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So if I'll write the short form of it. So let's say grade. Okay, and I'll write the frequency. So frequency is how many times that the value taken by a variable is occurring, right? That is frequency. So what are the values taken by the variable grade here? So these are the values: 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. these are the categories or these are the values, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. These are what? The values taken by a variable grade. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
kind of variable is this?
Integer.
Oh, okay. So I think
Yeah, that is
okay.
numerical.
So is it a
Nominal.
Numerical
numerical
data.
or categorical?
Nominal. Nominal data.
No. Okay. Is it
Numerical.
Numerical
numerical or
and
categorical?
discrete, I think.
First of all, give me the answer to this question. Numerical or categorical?
Numerical.
Numerical.
Right? So numerical, right? Not categorical, right? Why? Because there are these numbers, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and actually I can so that's why I can actually prepare this plot also. Okay. One more thing, and discrete data is also there, right? This is discrete. This is discrete numerical. So what are the frequencies corresponding to these values?
7.
So corresponding to 6, the frequency is 7.
7, 12, 12, 7, 2.
Right. So if I'll write it here. So frequency corresponding to 6 is 7. 7 is 12. 8 is 12. 9 is now in how much? 12, 7 and 2. Okay. So first of all, whenever you are solving any problem, right, such kind of problems, you have to think about what is a variable first. Okay. Then your approach should be what is the type of variable. Okay. Is it a numerical or categorical variable? That you have to understand, and you have to able to differentiate between uh, the variable and its frequencies. Okay. So you have to go through this kind of approach. First of all, try to identify what is the variable, which is the variable, what are the values taken by that variable, then whether it is a numerical or categorical variable, and then you can go more deeper that what kind of scale of measurement this variable can have, right? Whether it is nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio. So that kind of flow should be there in your mind while solving this kind of problems. Okay. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, so the question is, mm, the question is, we have to find what box and whisker plot. Okay. So, what does it mean by the variable grade 6 is having frequency 7 is what? What does frequency represent in this question?
So that 7 students have got 6 grade.
Right. Yeah, this is number of students, right? So there are 7 students who got grade 6, right? That is what it represents, correct? So if I wanted to plot a box and whisker plot, okay, so for that we need to know what is the 5-number summary, right? So in this case, okay, first of all, tell me what are the 5-number summary.
Minimum, minimum.
Maximum, Q1, Q2, Q3.
5-number summary is, first is minimum value,
Minimum.
second is Q1,
Q2,
third one is Q2, fourth one is maximum value, sorry, Q3.
So Q3.
Yeah, Q3, and last one is max value, right? So these are the 5-number summary. So what is the minimum value here?
6.
6.
Okay, right, correct, right? This is the minimum value, 6, right? 6 is minimum value. I'll write 6 here. So minimum value 6. What is maximum value?
10.
10.
10, right? Okay. Okay. What about Q1?
7.
How you are saying that this is Q1? Q1 is 7.
0.25
So
into
0.25.
the total frequency.
Okay, to find Q1, what I have to do is, okay, to find Q1, what
0.25 into number of observation.
number of how many number of observations are there?
40.
Everyone
Yes.
agreed on this?
40. Yes. So
It's not
Q1 will
5,
be 0.25 into 40.
40
right? It is
plus
7
0.25.
plus 12 plus 12 plus 7 plus 2. So total number of students are 40, right?
Yes.
Correct? So these
Yes.
are the number of observations, right?
Yeah.
Okay. To find Q1, I have to, what is the, so Q1 is what? 25th percentile, right?
0.25 into 40.
Percentile, right? So it is 25 by 100, which is equals to 0.25. So I need to find the product of this n into p. So n into p is 40 into 0.25, which is 4, right?
10.
Sorry, 10. Okay, 1 by 4, 40. Okay, so it is 10, right? So 10 is what? This is an integer value, right? Again. So to find that Q1,
There's next 10th and 11th
11th value, right?
observations mean
Yeah,
will
so
be our
I need,
answer.
correct. So I need to find the uh, I need to find the mean of 10th plus 11th
11th
observation, right?
or
So what, which is the 10th observation here?
7.
So
Seven.
first seven
Yes,
students are,
7.
okay.
7.
Okay, one more in between. One more points to remember is while finding out this 5 number summary or any percentile, what you have to do is you have to arrange the data in ascending order, right? So in this kind of tabular data, it is already in ascending order, right? Because 6 is lesser than 7, 7 is lesser than 8. So my first 7 observations are 6, right? So 10th observation will be which?
7.
7, right?
Yeah.
Because if I write this data, it will be looking like this: 6, 6, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and 7, and then 7, 7, 7, 7, like this to 12 times. So my 10th observation will come where? The 10th observation will be here. So 7, 8, 9. So this is 10th observation. What is my 11th observation? Again 7. So mean of this is
7.
7 plus 7 by 2, which is again 7. So my value of Q1 is
7.
7, right? Similarly, to find Q2, what I need to find is, to find Q2. Q2 is again n is equals to 40, p is equals to 0.5 in this case. So n into p is 40 into 0.5, which is 20. Again, this is an integer, so I need to take the average of 20th observation plus 25th observation, right? So what is my 20th observation? So here, if you see 7 plus 12 is 19. The 20th observation will be 8, right? The 20th observation will be 8. The 21st observation, so 20th is 8.
Yeah.
21st observation is also 8, right? Right. So again, my Q2 is, value of Q2 is, value of Q2 is equals to 8. Okay. What about Q3? So I'll write it here now, here itself. So let's say n into p. So it is 40 into 0.75, right? So that is nothing but it is 3 by 4, right? So 10, so it is 30. So again, this is the integer, so it will be 30th observation plus 31st observation. It's average. So see, 7 plus 12 is 19. 19 plus 12 is
31.
31. So 30th observation will be 8, and 31st observation also will be 8. So my value of Q3 is 8. Okay. So I got all 5 number summary. So minimum value is 6, Q1 is 7, Q2 is 8, Q3 is 8, and maximum value is 10. So, okay. So in box plot, what I have to do is I have to, okay. So minimum value I will represent by here, right? Okay. Let's say it is 6. Okay. Then this block, this is the box, right? So what is the value of this upper
7 and 8.
lower line?
7.
It is 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is 7. What about Q2? Q2 and Q3 are same, right?
8.
Which is 8. So let's say is 8. 8. Okay. And what is the value? What is the maximum value? It is 10. So 10 will be somewhere here. Let's say it is 10. Right. So it should be looking like this, right? And my median or Q2 value will coincide, right? So this is minimum value, this is Q1, this is Q2, this is equal to Q3, and this is maximum value. So this is my
Sir, how
box.
Q2 is equal to Q3?
You check now. You see, the value of Q2 comes out to be 8, and value of Q3 comes out to be 8. Correct?
Okay. Correct.
So median can be, it can be anywhere between this box actually, this rectangular box. It can coincide with Q1, or it can coincide with Q2, or it can be anywhere in between. Okay, so in this case, it is coinciding with the value of Q3. So Q2 and Q3 are same. So actually Q1 is 25th percentile, Q2 is 50th percentile, or it can be also called as median. Q3 is 75th percentile, right? So the correct answer should be this kind of graph. So minimum value is 6. I can see minimum value 6 in option B. Q1 is 7, Q2 and Q3 are 8, and maximum value is 10. So it looks like option B is the correct answer, right?
Yes.
So it should be correct answer. So I'll check.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have a doubt in 5 number summary, sir.
Okay.
Like doubt. Sir, can I ask?
Yes, please.
So there are 5 number summary of dataset 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And later it is noted that one observation 6 is wrongly noted as 5. Then choose the correct option. And there are 4 options. The 5 number summary may remain the same. The 5 number summary will definitely change. The minimum value of the
Okay.
dataset will
Option.
definitely.
Okay. Leave the options there itself. First of all, try to find out what is the 5 number summary in that. Can you tell me the values? Quickly tell me the
5,
values.
10, 15,
5, 10, 15,
15, 20, and 25.
20. What is your name?
Anish, sir.
Okay, fine. So Anish, okay, tell me to find 5 number summary, what I have to do? My first step should be.
So minimum.
No, first step is okay. So step 1 should be to arrange data in ascending
Ascending
order.
order.
Okay, this should be my first. Everyone should remember this thing. Okay, whenever you see any data and you have to find any percentile value or any 5 number summary, you have to arrange the data in ascending order. So this is 5. Okay, it's already there, but again I'm writing this 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Okay, so 5 number
Yes, sir.
summary contains minimum value, right? Q1,
Q1,
Q2, Q3,
Q2,
and maximum
Q3,
value.
maximum.
So what is minimum value here? 5.
5.
Maximum value.
Yes, sir.
Maximum is
25.
25. Number of observations.
5.
5.
Okay. To find Q1, I have to multiply with it. So 5 into.
0.25.
So how much it is? 1.25.
1.25.
So this is not an integer. So I'll take the second.
Second value is Q1.
So second value is 10, right? So Q1 is
10.
10.
Yes.
What about Q2?
Sir, 0.5.
15.
5 into 0.5. 50th percentile.
So this for Q2 5 into 0.5, which is 2.5. So I'll go with the
Third value.
third value, right? So 2.5. So I'll go with
15.
third. So it is 15, right? What about Q3? So 5
20.
into 0.75, which is
0.75.
so it is fourth value, right? So this is my 5 number
Yes.
summary. Okay. Now the question is,
Yes, sir.
later it is noted that instead of 5, it was 6, right?
6. Yes, sir.
So I have changed it to 6. What will happen now? My minimum
Yes.
value will change to 6, and I think all
Yes,
other
sir.
values remain the same, right?
Yes, sir.
Because that depends on value of n and depends on this p value, right? So this p, the 0.25 and n is remaining same. So there is no change in other values. So okay, what was your
Yes,
first
sir.
option?
So the five number summary may remain the same.
So is it correct statement?
Yes, sir.
Why? It is wrong, na?
No.
Sir,
It
in
is
the
same, na?
answers it is given, sir, in it is the question of September qualifier, and in the answers this is given as a correct statement. That's why I'm not able to understand why.
No, no, it should be wrong. Okay, because my five number summary is
So,
not remaining the same when it is coming to six, right?
Here the minimum value is changing now.
Right. Okay.
yes, sir,
Any other?
yes, that's what I'm saying. But I downloaded this answer sheet from the portal only. It is given in the portal.
Okay, it's
Quiz
okay.
solution
So,
for
okay, that is okay. That's fine. But correct answer should be like this. Okay. So, so it is five number summary is changing here, right? So that is it. Another thing, second option. So you have the doubt
the
that is
five
the only
number.
doubt, or you don't
Uh,
understand?
no, sir. Also, sir, one option is giving that the minimum value of data set will definitely change. This is the option given,
So that is correct,
and
na?
sir, but they are saying it is the wrong option.
Maybe I don't know. There is a mismatch in answer key. Maybe I'm not sure about it because it should not be like that. Maybe I'll check. Okay, but that is okay. So that should be the wrong things. So first thing is the five number summary will change, right? Because if you are changing this number itself, 5 to 6, or is it saying that six is added or six is? Can you read the
No,
statement
sir.
once?
They are saying that later it is noted that one observation six is wrongly noted as five.
Okay, fine. So then five number summary has to be changed, and the third option also has to be corrected. So that is the minimum value
No,
that
sorry.
has.
It could be any other data point from whole data, no, sir. We
No, it is
cannot,
no. They are saying that it is instead of five, it is wrongly noted as six, right?
but
If we
it
are
could
not.
be, sir, there could be two fives, no, sir. It will be
No,
minimum.
no,
It
I
is
think that
five number summary, but it is not whole data.
okay. This is they have already given that this is the five number summary, yeah.
No, sir.
Anish?
Yes,
Previous.
sir.
Okay, I thought this is the data set. Oh, okay.
No, no,
Why
no, sir.
I asked
This
this
is the
question?
five number summary of.
I thought this is the data set, and I have solved these questions. Okay, okay, I understand. So this is the five number summary you're saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Then then this is like you should have stopped me anywhere, while I was calculating this kind of things, right? Okay.
Sir, I thought you were calculating.
No. Sorry. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the five number summary. It's already given. Okay, then it is different
Yes,
thing.
sir.
So this is minimum value. This is Q1. This is Q2. This is Q3, and this is maximum value, right? Okay. So they are saying
Yes, sir.
that
Yes.
instead of like one of the data points has been incorrectly noted as six, right, or something like that. So
Yes, sir.
in that case, so
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so when this is minimum value, right?
Yes, sir.
So I can have this kind of data set also, right? 5, 5, 5, and some other values, and again then 10, 10, or something like this, right? Whatever the data point. So if any of the five has correctly noted as six, so if it is six right here, right? So still the minimum value won't change, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right. So still this my five number summary is same, right? Okay. What was the third option?
So the minimum value of the data set will definitely change.
So will definitely change is the wrong statement. It may change is the correct statement, right? So let's say in my data set only one five was there, right? And other values are, let's say, some other values are there. And instead of five, if I'm having six here, right? Then it may change
Okay. Okay.
my five number summary. But if I have more than like more than two or more than one five values, and if it is wrong noted as
Yes, sir.
six, right? So only the two values also I can have this kind of arrangement, right? In that case, my minimum value can be again the same if that six is also incorrectly noted, right? So my five number
Okay.
summary
Okay.
in this
Got
case
it,
is
sir.
change. So definitely change is the wrong statement. Okay. Then what was
Okay,
my
sir.
first statement? So I think you can think of like
The
this. Yeah, tell
so
me.
the 5 number summary may remain the same.
So you can see that we can change actually, right? So
Oh,
if my
thank
data
you.
set, yeah, if in my data set only one 5 is there, and if I noted it to 6, then it can change, right? So
Thank you.
that is
Thank you, sir.
okay. Okay. So
Hello,
let's go to
sir.
the yes.
I have a question as well. Can I
Where?
ask now?
No,
In
in topic related to what?
stats, GA,
No,
grade
no,
assignment.
grade assignment we'll discuss it later. So we'll
Okay, okay.
finish all the questions in the this
Mock.
mock test, and whatever require like whatever related questions are there, I can take it in between. Okay?
Okay, sir. No
Related
problem.
to that concept. So if your doubt is related to this, then I can take related to box plot if it is there.
No, no.
No, okay.
Sir, a quick
Uh,
question about the box plot.
hmm.
That the box that we draw is purposely, right? It doesn't represent anything. I mean, it just represents your Q1 and Q3, correct?
Q1, Q3, and Q2, yeah.
Yeah. And if Q1 and Q3 is given, then Q2 does not necessarily be the middle value, right? So we
No,
cannot.
no, no. It can
Sorry,
be anywhere.
median value.
Q2 can be anywhere.
Yeah. So the
And
median.
yes, QT is not dependent on Q1 and Q3 actually.
So if in this case, say Q1 is 7 and Q3 is 8, then the median does not necessarily be 7.5, right? It could be anywhere
Right.
between 7 and 8.
It is 8, right? You can check.
No, the median value.
Yeah, median value is this, right?
Okay,
This
okay.
median,
But
right?
it's not necessarily 7.5. Like it could be
No,
any
it
of
is
the
not an
values between.
average.
Okay.
So that is what I'm trying to say. If you see this data itself, you can see the Q1 is 7, right? Q3
Correct.
is 8, and my Q2 comes out to be 8.
Correct.
Right?
Okay.
It can be 7 also.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
And sir, if only the box plot is given and these numbers are not given, so how we will find the median?
This difficult. So if it is mentioned, if you see any line there like this, right?
Yeah,
So
there
that
are
will be my median. So it can be
middle
anywhere.
line, I mean.
No, not middle. That's what I'm trying to say. It can be anywhere. It can be here. It can be here. It can
Because
be at the
in
middle
one
value.
question they have asked that they didn't give the data, they just made the box plot, and they were asking about the median. So I didn't get that, like how to find the median in the box plot.
Where is the question? Do you
Yeah,
have a
in the same mock test in the
No,
last.
it's in mock test too, sir. Second
No,
mock
it's here, I think. First mock test, I think. In the question number
Here?
16, it is actually.
Yeah. So
you can go through it, sir.
Yeah,
Because
this one,
it's
right?
connected to that.
My screen is visible to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the question, right? Question number 16.
Yeah. It has an option for the median.
So median of the data is necessarily equal to 37.5. So 37.5 can be like, so this is 25,
25 and 50, I think.
So 25, this is 30, and here it should be 35. So here somewhere here, right? But I'm not able to like see any line here, right? In this rectangular box. So I'm not able to say about it, right? So median of the data is necessarily equal to 37.5 is a wrong statement.
Okay, so means we cannot find the median.
No, unless that any line is drawn here, like very specific line is drawn here. So here
No,
I'm not able to see it.
Sir, even if the line is drawn on what basis can we say that the median is 37.5?
Because that line is drawn by seeing the data, right? Okay. This box plot is drawn on the basis of some data, right?
Correct.
From where it is. So that means if that line is there, so let's say.
Okay. If in the diagram, if they give that information that 37.5 is Q2, then we can assume that is a median.
This is Q. Yes. Because see, in this case, if I wanted to draw the median, I will draw it like this.
Got it.
Excuse me, sir. One more doubt about how to find the outliers when the 5-point graph is given.
Five numbers only, right?
Yeah, five numbers.
So
how to find the? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
So for outliers, we have these values, right? First of all, 5-number summary is minimum value, right? Then Q1, Q2, Q3, and maximum value, right? Okay. So IQR is, we have to find first of all IQR. IQR is what? Interquartile range, which is equals to
Q3
minus
Q1.
Q1. Okay. Then I have to find, so there are two formulas to find outliers. So one is outliers which are lesser than, so all those values which are less than this formula. So I'm going to write the formula here. It is Q1 minus 1.5 times
IQ.
IQR. Okay. And the other formula is all the values. So outlier are those values which are greater than
Q3
Q3
plus
plus 1.5 times IQR. Okay. So let's take this example, which was we have solved. So here minimum value is 6. So minimum value is okay. I will write it down. So minimum value is 6. Q1 is I think 7. Q2 is 8. Q3 is 8, and maximum value is 10. Right. So what is IQR? It is 8 minus 7, which is equals to 1. Okay. Then by using this formula, I have to calculate some value. So Q1 is what? 7 minus 1.5 times IQR, right? So which is it is how much?
5.5.
5.5. Okay. With this, I have to add Q3 is 8. 8 plus 1.5 times 1, which is 9.5. So all the values which are less than 5.5. Okay. So outliers are those values in the data set which are all the values which are less than 5.5, and outliers are those values which are greater than 9.5. So you have to see
Not
the data
equal to
set.
them.
Not equal to. It's strictly, right?
Okay.
This is strictly. It's not equal to. So all values which are greater less than 5.5 are considered as outliers, plus all values which are greater than 9.5. These are all considered as outliers. It is not equal to, right? This is strictly less than, and this is strictly greater than. So you have to find through the data. So currently we, okay. So I think 5.5, if you see, we do not have any value which is less than 5.5, right? So minimum value is 6 only, right? So
Yeah.
this side we do not have any outlier. Upside, which are all the values which are greater than 9.5 are called as outliers, right?
Outliers. Yeah.
So here
there we
10 is
have.
the outlier.
Yeah.
10 is the outlier. So in my this data set, 10 is the outlier.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
Sir,
So I think
Sir, can I ask a doubt?
regarding, so if
Yes.
any doubt is
A
there
question.
regarding these concepts.
Sir, I have a doubt in mock
I
test
also
too.
want to ask, can I?
No,
I'm
just
waiting for.
okay. 1 minute, 1 minute. I will just be clear about it. So if I'm solving any question related to box and whisker plot, right? Or let's say we have solved this question. So whatever doubts related to that 5-number summary, outliers, percentile, it is there, I will take that questions. Okay. Yeah. If it is there, just let me know. Otherwise, we'll move to the second question. And if your doubt is related to that question, just ask me there. I will clarify that. Okay. Yeah. So is it there? Any question related to box plot, 5-number summary, outliers, percentiles?
No, sir.
So only one small
No,
doubt.
sir.
Okay.
Like suppose whenever we are like calculating that quartile, so
Hmm.
when integer comes, so we take the next sorry, when the fractional value comes, so we take the next integer, right?
Correct.
And when like whole like when whole number
Integer
comes,
comes.
then
Okay.
in that case what we take
The next value, so that value, okay, plus the next value divided by 2. So
okay, like
10th let's say if it is 10, then you will take 10th observation plus 11th observation, and you will divide by 2.
divide by
I think
2.
we have did it here also, I think. Right? In this case,
I was just getting confused in case of median as well.
okay. So here is 7, right? 7 is what? Which observation? I think our Q2 comes out to be, this value, right? So Q1
7
comes out
is
to be
Q1.
7. So 10th observation is 7, right? This is 10th observation.
11th also is
11th observation is 7. So 7 plus 7 by 2, which is again comes out to be 7.
Okay.
Similarly, my 20th observation was 8. And 21st observation was also 8. So it is 8 plus 8 by 2, which is again 8. Okay.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. So let's. I think we'll go to this question. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir, in percentage.
Huh.
Sir, if they simply ask, find out the ninth percentile of that problem, we have to do like P is equal to 9 by 100, right?
Correct.
Is 0.09, right?
Correct. 0.09 into total number of observations. So whatever value comes out to be, if it is not integer, that means it is in fraction. So you have to take the next smallest integer and you have to take that observation. Right?
Yes.
It's similar to what you do for 25th and 50th observation. Nothing different, right? Okay.
Sir, in that box problem, we start the box with Q1 and end with Q3, sir.
Start means what?
Down point, first point, starting point.
This box, right? This you are talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is Q1. This is Q1. This line is entire line is Q1, and the upper is Q3. Okay.
Thank you,
Sir,
So
would
you
it be
can check the
7 and
tutorial. Tutorial is available there on Boxplot. You can check that also. Okay. Okay. So this question, in an organization, data from a sample of 10 employees is collected. This data includes gender, age, and salary of employees. And this is the table. Okay. So the question is, which of the following is all true about salary of employees whose data was collected? So the mean of the salary is
Sir, can you take that problem in which there are some missing observations, like data is not given, placed or not placed?
where it is?
Sir, in mock second.
Okay, let's take that one.
Sir, please do this question first, and then
I
can we
think
do
that
that?
is no, that is similar question. I think.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I'll explain everything there only. Okay, this is a similar question. I know that the data is similar. I think we can touch to more concepts, I guess, there. Okay, so this one, right? So this is the table given. Okay, so if it is visible, the screen is visible, then okay. First of all, tell me what are the variables here?
Sir, gender.
Number, gender.
Okay, how many variables are there?
6, 5,
3.
6.
6.
6.
6, right? Okay, there are total 6 variables. One is roll number, second is gender, third is score percentage, fourth is specialization, fifth is placement status, and sixth is salary. So these are the 6 variables. Okay.
Sir,
Can I
but
tell you
salary, sir, in salary we have data. We do not have data, so sir, we cannot take that as a variable.
No, we can take. Why we cannot take that as a variable?
Because we do not have, like, sir, for CS 18B003, sir, we do not have any value, sir, because of that.
Okay, because it's not placed, right? So it is not having any values, but still it is a variable because the values are changing, right? So for the first observation, the value is 8.5, right? The second observation, the value is 4, then it changed to 3, and it changed to 4, then again there's no value. Okay, that is fine, but still it is a variable. So one of the problems in data science is actually to fill the missing values, right? So these are the missing values, or you can actually remove these observations. So this is a kind of task you have to perform, but still salary is a variable. Okay.
So, sir, just wanted to confirm a variable in which, sir, there are null values or there is no value entered in a row, in a cell, sir. Then also we can take it as a variable, right?
Yes, correct. Because other values are there. No, if all the values are similar, then that is not a variable. So suppose in salary, every observation is, let's say, 5 to entire thing. So I cannot say it as a variable. Variable should be that container where you can change. You have the changes, right? So here you can see the changes are there, right? Okay. So there are total of 6 variables now. How many are the numerical variables?
The 2.
Numerical variables?
Score percentage and salary.
Salary. So score percentage and salary are the numerical variable. The remaining are what? These are my category. Okay, fine. One more question here is okay. So what is the scale of measurement for roll number?
Cases.
Nominal.
No.
Oh.
Scale of measurement.
Nominal.
Ordinal.
Nominal.
Sorry, it's the first one.
It's nominal, right? Because there is no order in the roll number, so it is a nominal scale of measurement. What about gender?
Nominal.
The categorical.
No, categorical variable is fine.
Nominal.
What is
Nominal.
Nominal.
Nominal, right? Okay. What about the scale of measurement
Excuse
for
me,
score
sir.
percentage?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
If the roll number was maintaining some kind of order, like if the roll number was given in order, then it becomes ordinal roll
No.
number.
No.
Still
Roll
no,
number
right?
cannot be.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Because there is no order, right? How can you place the people on the higher side? So roll number is given to some kind of person, right?
Okay.
So how
Just
can you
ID.
compare?
Yeah. Understood.
Right? Okay. What about score percentage? What scale of measurement does the score percentage have?
Ratio.
Ratio, right?
Ratio.
Okay. Because it is
Ratio.
having absolute 0. So I can have I can do meaningful arithmetic operations which are what addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. What about specialization? What kind of
So
scale of
nominal.
measurement?
Nominal.
Nominal.
I think nominal, sir.
Right. What about placement status?
Nominal.
The
Nominal.
Nominal,
ordinal.
right? No. There is no
Nominal.
order, right?
Nominal.
Nominal.
Placed and there are only two categories, and I can say it's nominal, right? What about salary?
Ratio.
Ratio.
That's
Ratio,
ratio.
ratio.
Okay, fine.
So,
Okay.
sir, quick question here. I understand why salary is ratio, but even if it has missing values, still we say it's ratio.
Yes, missing value doesn't change the. So see,
Value is
if it is
zero.
a variable, missing value is kind of, yeah. You can right now I can actually, if I look at this data, I can replace that missing value with 0, right? Because it is not placed. Not placed means that person doesn't have any salary. So I can replace that missing value or null value by 0. In certain cases, what we do, we'll replace that missing value by mean, right? Or some cases I will replace it with median or mode, depending on the data, right? So in this case, I can change it to 0. So I can definitely say that this variable is having, uh, see, if it is a variable, then definitely it will have some type of scale of measurement, right? Okay. Now, coming to this, which of the following is or are cases? So cases, which are the cases? First of all, tell me which are the cases?
Roll number.
Any roll number.
CS18.
CS18 B001 is
4
the case,
and 5.
right?
First
So in that
option, second
right.
option.
Right.
Sorry,
So
fourth.
first,
First
and
and
fourth
fourth.
And 5.
Sir, ये,
No, sir.
Five
Fifth
is,
one
five is
does not
incorrect.
exist in this data
okay,
set.
so it is not there, right? Fine. So only 1 and 3 is the case. Okay. Oh, so option number A and D is the case, or 1 or 4 is case. Okay.
Yes.
So why M and F are not a case?
Okay. So what are the cases?
That's because we are collecting the data for those roll numbers.
Okay, that is okay. First of all, who asked me this question?
Me.
Sir, I.
No, yeah. What is the name? So whenever you are asking me the question, just tell me the names now. Because I'm
Parth,
not able
Parth.
to see who's asking. Parth. Okay. So what are the cases or observations? So cases or observations are those for which we are collecting the other variables, right? Or collecting data for other variables. So for example, here and one more property of the cases is they should be unique, right? They should not be same value for another. Uh, you know, you should not have the same value
The
to
case in the case.
another sale or something, right? So for example, here if gender, if you see male and male is coming how many times, like it is repeating, right? So I cannot be
Yes.
the case. One more thing is I so for this male, if I say score percentage is 85, specialization is CSE and placed an 8.5. So and again for this male is 95. So it is again for the same male,
Okay,
I
sir.
have
I understood.
I'm not able to collect the data, right? So that's why roll number is the case, not the male and female, right?
Okay.
So I think this question number 12 we have anyway
Which of the
discussed.
following are numerical variables?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse
Score
me.
percentage and salary.
Yeah. So what is the population standard deviation? So I think this you can
Population standard deviation.
okay. One more
Standard
thing.
deviation.
1 minute.
So in this case,
Hello,
5 is
sir.
also a case. 5 number.
Sorry.
It does not exist in the data set.
Sorry. 1 minute. Somebody said 5 is the case. What is 5 is the case?
Sir,
Fifth
5
The
option.
last one, sir,
First one, sir.
not placed. The last, like IT 18.
11th,
This,
4 option.
yeah, yeah,
Option
this,
number 5.
Option number
this
5, 11.
Option
no,
number
IT
5 is also that is also a
no
case.
IT 18B009. I
Not
don't
there in the
think it
list.
is there.
It is there.
Where?
No, it is CS.
It's not there.
IT
Okay, sir, got
18B009 is
it.
not there, and
Yeah,
hence
it's
it is
not
not a
there.
case. That's why it is not a case. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir. Yeah.
If it was there, then it was a case. Okay.
And even if
Then it must be a case.
any variable is missing, it should be considered, right? Like if the last one was given, IT 8B005 was given in the option, that should be
Case, right?
taken as a case. Yeah.
Because we have collected the other variables, right? Male, then
Okay,
50%, then
Yes, sir.
IT not placed. So it is giving me some kind of information, right, regarding
Yes,
to
sir.
that person.
Got it.
So that is why. Okay. So okay.
Sir,
I
I
have
have
to
a
find.
doubt. Like salary can't be zero. Then why it is ratio? It can be It should
Salary
be
can be
interval.
zero.
Why it cannot be zero? If
Can be
no
zero.
person is placed, so it can be zero, right?
Okay, got it.
Okay. So question number 13 is what is the population standard deviation of salary, right? So population. So okay. I think
Of
this is not
placed students is same. So of placed students is the same. So means, do we need to consider only those?
So no, you have any doubt or what, like what you're
No, in
you're
the 13 question, sir, I was reading the question. It is telling like placed students. It is asking the population standard deviation of placed students. So do we need to take all the students, all the here, or only who got
if
placed?
it is placed student, that means you have to ignore the students who are not placed, right? So okay. So
So, but it
what
is asking population, not sample.
Sorry, what
It is asking population, not sample. So then it will be called a sample.
okay. 1 minute. I'll just maybe I'll explain it to you what is the sample standard deviation and okay. So let's say okay, in this case, how many students are placed? So how many number of students are placed? Placed students are 10, right? I think there are a total of 13 students, right?
11.
11 placed.
11.
Okay. 11 placed and how many? 4 are not placed. Okay.
4 no.
11 placed and not placed are 4, right? Okay. Okay. So there are two types of standard deviations, right? One is what? Sample standard deviation.
Population and sample.
Okay. Deviation and another is population standard
Population
deviation.
standard deviation.
Okay. So
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I understood, sir. Sir, when we will select from placed students, then it will be sample. It is because it is taking all placed students. So it is population, sir. I understood.
No. I think you are.
Sir, you explain, sir.
Just let me explain and then we can discuss this. Okay. So sample standard deviation is what? So actually there is no. So sample standard deviation is not related to sample, and population standard deviation is not related to population. It's not like that. So sample standard deviation is when we are having. So let's say what is the formula for sample standard deviation? So S is equals to root of
xi minus x bar to the whole square divided by n minus 1.
Square to the whole square divided by n minus 1, right? And what is the formula for population standard deviation? It is
xi minus capital N.
I equals to 1 to n xi minus x bar to the whole square divided by n. Right. So what is n? N is what? N is number of observations, right? Total number of observations, I can say.
Yes.
Right. Well, let's say I'll say total number of observations. Okay. So when I wanted to find the sample standard deviation, for the same data, whatever data it is given to me, if I wanted to find the sample standard deviation. So for example, here in this case, they have asked us to find the population standard deviation of only placed students. So here my number of observations, so interested number of observations are how many?
11.
N equals
11.
11, right? So if I wanted to find the sample standard deviation, my denominator would be what?
10.
It will be equals to 10, right? So 11 minus 1 is equals to 10. And for the same data, if I wanted to find the population standard deviation, my number of
11.
observation will be equals to 11. So that is the only difference. Okay. So in this case, if I wanted to find sample standard deviation, I have okay, which I think it is population standard deviation. So what I have to do is I have to do all the same procedures for 11 students, and I have to divide it by n equals to 11 here. Okay. So I think you are understanding my point, right? I can find the population standard deviation for the same data, and I can find the sample standard deviation for the same data. The only difference I have to make is I have to divide it by like n minus 1 in
Minus
sample
1 for
standard
sample.
deviation, and when
No,
I
sir,
divide
that I understood. That I understood. I was just asking about that. It is asked that it is selected placed students. So it is already a sample. So that I was asking.
okay, it's already sample. Okay, it is correct only. So it is a sample because it's not an entire data, right? Or maybe of the population. So it is a sample, but I can find the sample standard deviation for the data and population. Okay. Anyway, so just think about this. Like if I wanted to find sample standard deviation, I will divide this by n minus 1. And if I wanted to find the population standard deviation, I will divide it by n. Okay. Okay. Fine. So yeah. So this is 13th
I
question.
have doubts here.
Sir, please, can you?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So whenever you are asking me about this, tell me the name so I'll be.
See,
my
it's me,
name is
Karthik.
Sanjoli.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyone, like one of you. So Karthik or maybe Sanjul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Can I ask?
Yes, Karthik. Okay, fine.
Yeah. See, here in question they have specified that they just need the deviation of students who are who are placed, or we can ignore the students who are not placed. What if they don't say that in the question?
Okay, so
do we have to consider like the whole population like 15, or we can just continue like this?
Okay, so if it is not asked, or if it is not asked in case, so see, if you wanted to ask me that question through quiz perspective, then I'll answer it differently. If you wanted to ask me in general, that will be the different answer. Okay, so if it is quiz perspective, right? So we don't want any ambiguity to happen in the question paper, right? So it will always be mentioned in the like, okay, how, why, you have to ignore this thing, or you have to consider only that thing. So that will be specified every time. Okay. Another case, if I wanted to practically solve this kind of questions where missing values are there, so in general what the people do is we will remove those values if they are not important. And if you wanted that information, like if that information is important, then those missing values will be replaced by some other means. For example, it can be replaced with maybe in this case it's say 0, because not placed means I can actually replace it with those null values or that missing values with 0 in
So, but it
some.
says place students, no, sir. So, according to the category, you'll only take place
I
students.
understand. Okay, I understand. So that's what I'm saying, right? This is a question given, right?
Yeah.
That place students. So place students means we are asking you to ignore the not place students.
Yeah.
But
It
in real life
takes
data,
N11.
yeah. So in real life data, we do not have such kind of questions, right? Ready-made questions.
Exactly.
We
And there is
have
a
to.
similar question, sir. That's in the mock test 9th one. Okay, that is to calculate the standard deviation of bikes owned by his friends.
Okay,
9th one.
Maybe I'll go to that one.
When I check the solution for that, they have considered the
Please,
number of friends who don't own the bike too.
Go in this question the placed ones and not placed ones, if anyone.
Okay, I'll come to this question also.
So there also it says numbers of bike owned 0, no, sir.
That's what
So
0
by
bikes,
friends
and they
is
have
0.
considered in the solution.
Yeah, that it will be considered because it's written number of bikes owned, and it is written 0. It is mentioned over there, no, number of bikes owned, and then it is 0. So it comes under that.
Yeah, and it doesn't explicitly say anywhere that you only need to consider the people who own the.
In the lecture, it has been said that if it is given 0, then it is the data is taken, and if it is missing,
exactly.
It is given in the lecture.
You can open the solution for mock test 1.
Okay, here this is the
Pause
question,
that,
right?
yeah.
Number
That
of
is the
bikes.
question, 9th one, yeah.
Okay, what is the sample standardization of the number of bikes owned by his friends? Okay, so you need to do the survey of the number of bikes owned, the result of which is given here. Okay, so okay, what is the problem here?
See, he has 5 friends who don't own a bike, but while calculating the standard deviation, we have considered that those 5 friends too.
Yes, we have to, right?
Do we have to?
Yeah. What is the sample standardization of number of bikes owned by his friends, right? So
Yes.
okay, anywhere, how will you calculate all this like standard deviation?
Sir, first of all, it is a group data, so we have to put formula for a group data of standard deviation. So we have to multiply the frequency with the number of bikes. So then we have to calculate the mean, and there is a different formula for standard deviation of a group data. So we have to calculate like that.
Okay, but again the question comes to the the division, right? So
no, sir. We may have to think it like this. Look, we are checking the standard deviation of the number of friends who owns bike. When there are 5 friends who don't own even a bike. So why do we need to consider it? That's my question.
No, because they don't own a bike. That's why we
Yeah,
need to consider
see,
it.
it's mentioned owned bike and 0, but in the other question, in the mock test second one, the category is given as placed and not placed. So technically, if you make that into a separate data set, no, you would make placed and you make a different category, and you make not placed and you make a different category.
Exactly.
You understand? But this is given in that category.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Right? Yeah.
For which type of data we have to multiply the number of observation with the frequency?
Grouped data. So
So
group data means like where the frequencies
can you please
are.
explain?
Which has frequency?
Group
Which has
data?
frequency?
Frequency.
Which
So
is?
it's actually
Which has frequency.
okay, that is okay, but it's not the difficult thing actually to remember. So you need not to remember actually the formulas for it. Actually, it's the same formula. I think one of the sessions I have explained that one, like what it means actually. Okay, let's
Sir,
one
please
more time.
explain the answer that of the 9th question. Please explain the answer of that frequency one.
This
Mock test 1, 9th.
Yeah, this one.
I think it is completed, right? I don't understand. Like what you have to do, same thing, right?
It is completed.
Yeah. So
what I need to explain this? Tell me.
The salary question, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Salary I will do. Salary I will do. Here, I think this is pretty straightforward. You just have to use this value.
It is very well explained in that solution. But my doubt was just like why they are taking the 0. Thanks. That is explained well. Thank you.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So I think we'll discuss once. Okay. Maybe this formula I will explain once. What this formula means, and I think I have explained once before also, but I will try to explain it here. So here you see number of bikes owned are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And the frequencies. So if anyone can tell me, okay, maybe
sigma fi into xi, right?
Okay, I will explain how that formula comes. Okay, so
you just take it separate, and you do it. No?
Yeah. So let's say number of bikes owned, right? Number of bikes owned. So how these are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And this is frequency. Frequency is what? Number of friends, correct? Okay, so what are the frequencies here for this category?
First one is 5.
5, 8, 4, 5, 8,
4, 2, 1.
2,
4, 2, 1. Okay, so okay, so Can you tell me total number of observations? How many observations are there? How many observations
20.
means total number of friends? How many friends are there?
20.
20.
Okay, so 20 friends are there. Okay. So how many bikes are there if I wanted to write it down?
26.
So
10.
sorry, how much?
26.
Yeah, number of bikes are okay. So I just wanted to say if I wanted to write these friends, so for example, friend number 1, okay, he will have 0 bikes, right? How I'm collecting this data, I'm just trying to say, right? So 0 bikes. The second friend is also having 0 bikes. Third is having 0. Four is, right? Then other eight students will have this bikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is what friend number 1, right? And 2, 3, 4, 5. This sixth friend, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? Now, 4 friends are having how many bikes?
2 bikes each.
Right. So it will be 14 friend, 15 friend, 16, 17 friend. And then I'm doing right?
Yeah, correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So still the numbers are okay. 3 and 3. So this is
18 and
18,
19.
19, and then
20th.
20th will be, so 20th friend is having 100 bikes. So you see, these are the observations, right? What are these? These are friends, right? The first friend, second friend, third friend, fourth friend, and these are the number of bikes this friend is having. So if I wanted to find the mean number of bikes, right? What do you mean by mean number of bikes? So how many bikes on an average that person's friend is having, right? So how will I find the mean of this data? So I will
20
add all this.
divided by
Add all
5.
divided by 20.
I'll add these values, right? Correct? That means total number of bikes I'll add, right?
Yeah.
Right. So how many bikes are there? Total number of bikes are there.
26.
So 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 19, 22, and 26. Right? Total number of bikes are
26.
bikes. Total number of friends?
20.
Friends are 20. So average number of bikes is
26 by 20.
26 by 20.
20.
Right? 1.3. Right. So whatever I did here, how I did is I will just added all this number of bikes and I divided by number of observations. So if I wanted to do it same here with this data, the similar thing I can write this as 0 into 5, right?
Yeah.
Plus 1 into
8.
8. That means 8 bikes, right?
Yeah.
Plus
Friends.
2 into
2 into 4.
So how many bikes? 8.
8.
Right? Then 3 into
2.
2. And
6
then
bikes.
4
4
into
into
4
1.
into 1.
So if you see whatever, so this is the addition, right? So if I see this is 8 is here, right? This 8 is here. This 3 plus 3 is here. This 4 into 1 is here, right? So if you see, if I multiply all this, I will get total number of bikes, right? This total bikes. It is 5, it is 0 here because 0 friends, 5 friends are having 0 bikes. Then 8 bikes, right? Then how many
8.
bikes?
8.
8, then 6,
6 and 4.
4,
Yes, sir. It
total
is
number of
given
26
26.
bikes. So 26 again divided by total number of observations. So these are total observations, right?
It's 1.3, sir. That's right.
That is 1.3. Right. So if I say this is my xi, this is my fi. So formula comes out to be this is this is what is xi fi, right?
Yeah.
This is xi into fi. So this is sum of xi into fi. And this is what total number of observations is what? Summation of frequencies, right? Summation of fi.
Yeah.
So if I see 26 is what? Sum of xi's
IFI.
into fi's. divided by summation of FI. This is the formula for mean actually. This is similar to all this sum, right? And divided by total number of observations. So if I do like this, or if I do like this, if I use this formula, if I it is the same. Okay. And then standard deviation also you can find it out like normally only. You need not to maybe mug up the formula, but if you can able to find like understand the formula also, it's not difficult. So you are just actually multiplying this FIs with this right. So do I need to explain this, or is it understood?
Sir, understood.
Understood, sir.
Understood, sir.
Understood, sir.
Okay.
I have a doubt in mock 2, question number 6.
Sir,
Question number
Excuse
6.
me, sir. Sir, in this
Sir,
question itself, sir, please, I have a doubt in this question. Sir, you were we want to again discuss on the topic for cases and variables, sir. Sir, you are saying that we can put 0 in the places, sir, where where person is not employed. But sir, if in the table itself it's given blank, sir, then sir, how can we put 0 there?
No, don't put 0. No.
Yes.
See, whatever I said about 0, it's not in our scope of syllabus. Right? This is like you'll understand it later. Once you study further, you'll
Okay,
understand.
sir.
So for now, don't worry about it.
And
You are
sir,
not taking 0 here.
sir, I just wanted to confirm, sir. So you were telling that we can take salary as a variable, even though if there are blank uh, 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 cells
Blank.
inside the variable.
Okay.
So
So what
just
is the doubt? Yeah, that is the variable, right? I already told you, right?
sir, but how, sir? Like, if there is no value, sir, how can that be a variable? Sir,
You can see. Okay, what is variable? First of all, tell me what is the definition of variable.
so variable in in any column in which, sir, the values are varying.
Okay,
For all
values
the
are
varying.
varying. Okay, so if you see, what is okay? This is my column. Salary is my column, right?
Yes, sir.
What is my first value?
8.5.
Second value?
4.
Third value?
3.
The next value?
4.
The next?
5. So blank,
Right?
blank, sir, blank.
Okay, blank. Okay, the next?
5, sir.
So is, all these values are same, or are they varying?
So they are varying, sir.
So that's it, right? So according to the definition, if all values are varying, it is a variable. No matter if there are blank cells present or not, right?
Yes, sir. And sir, blank spaces, if there is for a case, there is a
Don't
blank,
worry.
so we can also take that as a case.
See, case is what? Okay, tell me. Okay, again, tell me the definition of cases.
The case is for, sir, every row we can take as a case which is unique for that particular.
And one more characteristic of it is, for that particular case, I am going to collect the data for like other variables. So, for example,
yes, sir.
So this is my case, right? CS18B001 is my case. So I have collected the data for this roll number as, okay, this is that person is male. Okay, he has scored 85%. He is having specialization CSE. He is placed and he is having salary 8.5. So for
Yes, sir.
example, this CS18B002, I can say she is female. She scored 78%. Then she has specialization in CSE. She is okay, I think I missed out. Okay, CS18B003. So this guy is male. He has scored 85%. He's done his specialization in CSE. Is not placed. So I am actually collecting all the information, right? He's not placed, and hence it is value is missing, right? So for this case, I'm having like I'm collecting the data for other variables, and hence it is a case, right? Even though one of the variable is missing, or one of the characteristic is not available for that case, but other
sir,
other
yes, sir.
characteristics are there, right?
Yes,
So it
sir.
is
Sir,
we have the information about gender, score percentage, specializing placement status. Yeah.
yes, sir. Sir, if in the first column, sir, roll number might be missing.
It is not possible. Then you cannot connect the data itself, right?
Okay, sir. And sir,
how can you connect the data for roll number missing?
Yes, sir. And sir, if sir the gender is missing, but all the other variables are there, then also it is a case.
Yes, yes. See,
Okay.
case should be unique and case cannot be missing, right? Because
So
you are
case
Yes,
is,
collecting
sir.
the data for that.
so can we
Sir,
say case is a
in
primary key?
blank place, we just consider as 0 as a value.
See, I'm not okay. Do not go in that way because I have told you that this is the another thing. Like, for example, you can actually replace it with other things. So I do not see this is quiz tomorrow, so do not.
Yeah.
Maybe we can discuss it after quiz. Once.
So
No,
what we consider,
why
0
would
or
you?
nothing? 0,
See, that's what
nothing.
I'm telling you. What
Nothing. Okay.
with respect to the exam, you have asked the question: what is the population standard deviation of the salary of the placed students? So
Yes.
you have already asked to ignore the students who are not placed. What does that mean? You can actually remove these blanks, right? You are not considering this for calculations, right?
Sir,
So out of
Okay.
15, only 11 students are given to you. You have to ignore other 4 students.
Okay.
Now, sir, please. My name is Parth, sir. Question number 6.
Sir, I had a doubt in point by serial. How to calculate?
Okay, I will take one more. Maybe
Question
question
number
6.
6, sir. Question number 6.
Yeah. So
Yes,
we'll
sir. Sir, please tell me the method, sir. I know the formula. Sir, how we will solve this?
okay, this is, I think this, okay, what is the question? Suppose the correlation coefficient between these variables is 0.45. What will be the new correlation coefficient if 0.10 is added to all values of the X variable and every value of the Y variable is doubled and the two variables are okay. So
Sir, and
this
what is
is
the meaning of the two variables are interchanged?
interchange means the values of
X
X
become Y and Y
becomes
become
Y and
X.
y, the values of Y becomes X. This is not
Then what is the difference, sir?
I will tell you. See, this is the intuition actually. This is the visualization thing. So how you are visualizing the data, that is important. Okay.
sir,
First of all,
correlation is
one minute.
covariance upon में standard deviation, and variance doesn't change if we add anything to it. So it will
Correct.
not be changed.
Correct. Right.
So please tell, sir.
Yeah, let's try to visualize. Okay, I'll tell. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. So first of all, what is given to you is correlation between the
I'll
variable
read
X.
out the question, sir.
Okay. No, question is not needed. Okay, I'll just the correlation coefficient. Okay, it usually represent with R. So what is R formula? It
For
is
variance,
Covariance
Covariance
of X
upon
and
standard
Y
deviation
divided
of
by
both.
sample standard deviation of X and sample standard deviation of Y.
Or maybe if this is okay, I'll say this covariance of S means sample covariance, or it can be uh,
Listen.
population, right? So I'll write it
It
as
doesn't matter, no, sir.
no, it will matter when
Because
you
they'll cancel out, no, sir. N minus 1 and N minus 1 will cancel out,
correct.
no.
But
Matter
still
means
they matter.
no, matter means you have to think about. So when I'm using the sample covariance, I have to use sample standard deviations of X and Y. And if I'm using population covariance, I have to use population standard deviation in the denominator. Then both the values will be same. Okay.
Yes, sir. Because no, they will cancel out, no, sir.
Yes. They
So
will
it will be
cancel out.
same.
Right.
Yes, sir. So it does not matter,
Okay,
sir.
sir. You can proceed further, sir.
R is equals to so covariance of XY is summation of. So I'll take the example of let's say sample covariance. So what is sample covariance? Summation of
Xi
xi
minus X bar
X
into Yi minus Y bar divided by N minus 1.
divided by
n or n minus 1.
no. Now we'll take the
For sample, it's
Oh,
N minus
sample.
1.
Okay.
right.
Yes.
Okay. Then Sx is what? The sample standard deviation. So the formula
Sigma
for it is
I to N whole root.
xi minus x bar
X bar to the whole
square
square
divided by n
N
minus 1
minus 1.
And if
into
it is not mentioned anything about population or sample, in that case, do I have to take only sample?
It wouldn't matter in case of this. The n minus 1 will
Because
cancel.
n minus 1 will
No,
be
no, no.
cancelled. Yes, sir.
No, no,
n
no.
minus 1
My
will be
point is
cancelled.
different. I'm asking like if in certain questions I have seen that this is not mentioned that we have to find population something or sample something. So do we have to assume that it is asking for sample because in lecture ma'am was talking about this?
It doesn't matter, bro.
Okay. One minute. Just don't use. Okay, the language should be. Okay. One thing is. Okay. So when we are finding out the correlation coefficient, right? So this should be. See, this is sample. If I'm using sample covariance, I need to use. I already told you. We have to use sample standard deviations in the denominator, right? Similarly, if I'm using the population. 1 minute. Just let me finish. So,
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir. I'm not talking about correlation coefficient, sir. I know in correlation coefficient, denominator is going to cancel out no matter what we are using.
Sorry, bro, it's my doubt. I asked. My name is Bart, sir. I asked this doubt.
No, that's okay.
Let him finish. Yeah.
Okay.
Just wait. No. You continue, please.
Okay, I was asking, like, I was solving some problem yesterday, and I did not find anything in a standard deviation. There was nothing written like we have to find sample standard deviation or
Okay.
population.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Fine.
I was just asking in that sense.
So, okay, maybe in one of the questions, because these are some older questions, right? At that time, maybe those questions were written as not specifically mentioned, but in quizzes or anywhere else, right? When we are giving the questions, it will be clearly mentioned that what kind of sample deviation you have to find. So maybe is it a sample standard? So it will be specifically mentioned that you have to find sample standard deviation of X, or you have to find population standard deviation of X.
Okay.
Right. Okay. If it is not given, maybe you can write maybe population standard deviation to that data, or maybe sample standard deviation. If that is the mistake happened from our side, both the answers will be given the correct marks. Okay.
Okay. Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now the correlation coefficient is this, right? Summation of xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar divided by n minus 1. And because I'm using the let's say sample covariance here, so here it is n minus 1, right? So in the denominator, if you see, it's a multiplication, it is n minus 1. So if I do the multiplication, this will become n minus 1 square, right? And it will come out of this the square root, and it will become
then it will be cancelled.
n minus 1, and then this n minus 1 and n minus 1 will be cancelled, and you will remain with this formula. And in case of, if I use population variance, what will happen? What is the what are the changes? So instead of n minus 1, it will be n, and here it will be n, right? So again, this will be get cancelled, right? Okay.
Yes.
I think then that is clear. So my formula for correlation coefficient becomes like this: summation of xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar, right, divided by root of xi minus x bar square, right, into yi minus y bar whole square. Right. Okay. Now coming to the question, suppose the correlation coefficient between variables x and y is 0.45. What will be the new correlation? So I need to find the new correlation coefficient after if I change the values. So if 0.1 is added to all x variable, right? Okay. So the current, let's say R old is equals to 0.45. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
So now what changes I have done is, let's say there are certain values of x. So let's say, so can I take some data, or with x1, x2? That will
Yes,
be
X1, X2, sir.
That will be okay, right? You will be able to understand, right? Okay.
Yes.
So x1, x2, x3, x4, and x5. These are my data values, for example. And let's say y1, y2, y3, y4, and y5 are my values for y. Okay. And the corresponding x bar is this. Okay. And y bar is this, right? Fine. This is corresponding to older correlation coefficient I'm talking about.
Yes.
So in the new data, what I have to change, I will add 0.1 in every value of x1. So my x1 will become x1 plus 0.1, then x2 plus 0.1, then x3 plus 0.1, x4 plus 0.1, then x5 plus 0.1, right? This okay? This
Yes,
fine, right?
Yes.
Then what will happen to my x bar?
X bar plus 0.1.
X bar plus 0.1,
Point
right?
one.
All of you are agree with this?
0.1. Yes.
Yes.
Is correct, because I'll add all this and divide it by 5. Then it will see the only extra thing is 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 is 0.5. If you divide it by 5, it will become 0.1, right? Okay. So my this is new x bar, right? This is x bar plus 0.1. Okay. Then now y1, y2 is not changed at all, right? This becomes y bar. Okay. The next thing I have done is what? I have changed all these values. So y1 to y5, it becomes, let's say this becomes, I'll write it as like this: x1 dash, x2 dash, or is it okay to write x1, x2, x3 like this to here? Will you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or maybe okay. I think that
With different colors, sir. With different color, you can write, sir. Red
maybe
color.
I think I'll take the values itself. I think that will be good. That is like relatable, maybe, right?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
take the maths. Maybe that is more relatable.
No, sir. We are in.
We'll finish it quickly. Okay, don't worry. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's say the values. Okay, I'm not going with 0.45 directly. Okay, maybe because I need to do calculation. So let's take some random values. Okay, or maybe I can take the correlation coefficient as 0.5. That will be good. 2, 5, and 3. Right. Okay, these are values of x. These are values of y. What is x bar? X bar is 11, 14, 15, 18, 20. So 20 by 4 is 4. Y bar
2.
6, 2, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, 2. Okay. So I'll add 0.1 in each value, right? So it will becomes, so my x new x will become 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1, and 6.1, right? And so
X bar is 4.1.
okay, 1 minute. So x bar become
4.1.
x bar become 4.1,
4.1.
and y values are same, right? 2.53, and y bar is same again 2, right? Now what we did is we interchange the values. So my new x becomes, so x new
So y values are doubled.
Yes, sir. Y values are doubled.
doubled. Okay, fine. So if they are doubled, then this will become how much? 2, 3,
3,
4,
4, 5,
5, 6,
6.
and it will become
4.
4, right? Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Now x new will be all y values, right? It will become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And y new becomes all these values: 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1, 6.1. So this becomes, x bar becomes how much? 4, and y bar becomes new y bar, right?
4.
This is 4.1. Okay. Now let's again, I'll go to the formula: summation of xy minus x bar into yi minus y bar divided by summation of xi minus x bar square in the root into yi minus y bar square in the root. Okay. So in our old values, what happened is, so what is this calculation? It will become 2 minus 4, right? Into 3 minus 4 into 4 minus 4 into 4 5 minus, and I'll be multiplying with this, right? So this values became like this, right? 2 minus 4 into
There's
3
no need
minus
to
4.
solve, sir.
Right? No,
We
I'm
can
not going to
understand.
solve. Yeah, so I'm just giving the example. So like this we will do, right?
Okay, sir.
Correct. So xi minus x bar. So So this product is xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar, right? So if I do like this, yi minus y bar into xi minus x bar, will that change anything in the numerator?
No.
No, sir.
No, right? Right, because the calculations
So
are same, right?
what?
So what I did is xi
No,
minus
no, no,
x
sir.
bar is
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood.
right. Xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar is same as that of yi minus y bar into xi minus x bar, right?
Yes, sir. Sir,
This
but
is same.
not for old.
What happened? Sorry. What do you say? Not
No, no,
for
sir.
old.
I understood. So not for old means if the values are not changed, then it will be different.
Oh, yeah. So let's say this was my value, right? Let's say 0.5 was my old correlation coefficient, right? And what changes can be happened? So if I change for the older one also, if I change for older one also, uh, yi minus y bar into xi minus x bar, the value becomes same, right? That is okay, right? You're okay
Yes, sir.
with that, right? Okay. So for new thing, what will happen? So uh, 2 minus 4. So this is new, right?
Which is the x new and y new? Actually, I got confused there. Is 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, right? And y new is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's interchanged.
It was the interchange, na? So this was the this, so whatever that given into the problem,
Yeah,
so we
sorry,
have
sorry.
changed the
Yeah.
values to 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, and then we have interchanged the values.
Yes, yes.
In question, it
That
is
is
given. You have to interchange the
Sorry,
value.
sorry, sorry.
right. Okay, no issue. Okay, so I think so let's talk about new thing, right? So let's talk about new values. So consider this as x new is uh, again. So I'll write it maybe. Okay, you just have to just look it carefully. Okay, so this is xi minus x bar new, okay, into yi minus y bar new, divided by, again division I will talk about later. First of all, tell me if I write xi minus x bar new, what are the values? It is 2 minus 4, right? 2 minus 4, right? 2 minus 4 into 2.1 minus 4.1, right? For the
Yeah.
first observation. For the first observation, it will be 2 minus 4 into 2.1 minus
Minus
4.1,
4.1.
right? But if I write this product as 2.1 minus 4.1 into 2 minus 4, will that change the product?
No, sir.
No, no.
No, right? So that means if I say this x, right, is 2.1 minus 4.1, this, right, into 2 minus 4, this. So if I do that calculation without interchanging, so this is without interchanging, right? Without interchange, and this is with interchange, right? Correct? If I
Yes,
do
sir.
this multiplication, so this multiplication is without interchange.
Both are the same.
This is with interchange, right? So if I do all the calculation, all the multiplication like this without interchange, it will be, let's see, 2.1 in minus 4.1 into 2 minus 4 plus 3.1 in 3.1 minus 4.1 into 3 minus 4 plus 4.1 in minus 4.1 into 4 minus 4, like this, right? Similarly, if I do here, it is 2 minus 4 into 2.1 minus 4.1 plus 3 minus 4. So it is same, right? So if you interchange the values, or if you do not interchange the values, that doesn't affect my numerator here, right?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct? This is
Yes.
fine.
Yes, sir.
Until this point is fine, right? Okay. So is there any effect on the denominator? Let's check that also. So xi minus
No,
x bar,
sir.
again no, right? This is same
Oh, yeah.
same as that
Because it is
numerator, right?
multiple.
You can easily see that, right?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
if I don't interchange the values, it doesn't affect my this entire thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Until now, right? Okay, now will whatever changes I did in my variables x and y, will that affect my old correlation coefficient? That is the question now, right? So interchange doesn't have any effect on the calculation, that you understood now. uh, what about this xi minus x bar, right? So if I add every value into this, right, will this product will this sorry, this word subtraction
Result.
subtraction will change or not? So what is the xi minus x bar? So it is 2.1 minus 4.1. How much it is? 2.1 minus 4.1. How much it
It'll
is?
be same. It's same as 2,
2.
but 2
It is
minus
2, right?
Yeah.
And what about my older data? It is 2 minus 4. It is what? Equal to 2. 3 minus 4 is 1, right? So you can check 3.1 minus 4.1, 1, right? 4.1 minus 4.1 is 0. Same, 4 minus 4 is 0. 5.1 minus 4.1 is 1, right? So same, right? 5 minus 4 is 1. Does that change my those calculations, those subtraction? No.
But in case of y, it changes.
What with the 2? Yeah. So with y, let's say 1 minus 2 is how much? Minus 1, right? So 2 minus 4 is
minus 2.
Minus 2.
2 minus 4 is
It doubles.
minus
Yeah, minus 2.
okay, fine. 1.5 minus 2 is
Minus
minus
0.5.
Minus
minus
0.5.
right. And 3 minus 4 is
Minus
1.
1.
So you can see that it is
Is also doubled. Yeah.
it is becoming 2 times, right? So
Oh,
this
so that is-
numerator becomes 2 times, right? Numerator becomes 2
Two
times whatever the older one, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. But same thing is happening in the
Denominator also.
so it will become again
Root 2.
2 times, right?
Yes.
It is square, right? So
Yes, sir. Yes,
2
sir.
square again. If I so this 2 and this 2 get
Yes, sir.
cancelled. So my older correlation coefficient becomes so
Same
it will
as
be equivalent or equal to older. So older correlation coefficient is equal to new correlation coefficient. Even if I do this kind of changes. So what kind of changes I did? I have changed. I have added the values into like each of the values in the variable. One of the variable. I have doubled the values in another variable, right? And then I have interchanged these two variables. Still, what happened? No changes happened in the correlation coefficient. You understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, there is another. Is there an hello?
Yes, yes.
Sir, is there another method to solve this? Because in variance, if the constant is multiplied, then it we make we do square of it. But in correlation, if constant is multiplied or added, so is there any other way to change the variance correlation?
You actually see the data. If you see, if you try to plot this data, right, you can understand correlation won't change actually. Even you do whatever things with the data, actually, correlation doesn't change. So you can see if you see the scatter plot. So let's say these are the values, right? So these are the x values. Let's say this 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is not exactly. I wanted to this is not actually the method or something. This is like whatever formula we are having, right? We are just checking that formula. It's not like let's have some. So let's say my x and y variables are like this. X is 2, 4, 6. Y is 1, 2, 3. So you can actually easily say that what is the correlation coefficient here?
Yes.
Okay, whatever correlation coefficient is there, you can just check. So let's say what are the data points? 2 and 1, right? This is my first data point, right? What is the second data point? 4 and
2.
2. This is here. What is the third data point?
6 and 3.
6 and 3. Right. Okay. So if I multiply each value of y, what will happen with some constant? So suppose the constant is 2. So these values change to So 2 corresponding to 2, what are the value of x? 2, right? Right?
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir. Yes.
y new is 2, 4 and 6, right?
Yeah, correct.
Right. So 2, then this will become 4, this becomes 6. So if you see this line, right, what happened? It's only shifted to this side. But the relation between x and y has changed or not?
No.
No, right?
It's not changed. It's same.
Right. Similarly, if you do the division operation also, you can see the same trend. So let's say one of the variable is changed to let's say x is changed to half. So x new becomes
So we
1.
can try this method also.
Yeah, you can. See, this is the same thing, right? This is the same thing. This is not method actually. This is what we are actually
So simply
Doing
there
with
is
the
no effect of
formula.
multiplying or adding.
yes.
On
So here,
correlation.
yeah, here it what are the how these values will be seen? So 1 and 1, 1 and 1, right? So x new and y. So it is 1 here, right? Then because this is 2 and 2, right? And this is then 3 and 3, right? This is here. But if you check again, uh,
Again, it's same.
it is same. It is not changing. So you can actually check with this also, or if you can check with analytically, right? Analytically also you can check. So analytically, what will happen is you will get uh, the values. So with the scatter plot, you are not able to find the value of correlation coefficient, but with this formula, you can find the value of correlation coefficient. So you just need to see these things. So what will happen if I add something? What will happen to x bar? What will happen to y bar? What will happen to the individual values? What will happen to this, uh, you know, uh,
Yes, sir.
standard
Got
deviation?
it. Got
Right.
it, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Understood.
I have a question. Actually,
Hmm.
I encountered this type of question in almost every question paper. Can I ask, sir?
Yeah. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'll just have water and
Similar
then.
to this. It is
Yeah. Just
similar.
give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. What is the question?
Yes, sir. In the question, they give mean and sample standard deviation.
Hmm.
Like, sir, can I read question?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the mean and the sample standard deviation of the data set consisting 9 observation is 14 and 10 respectively.
Hmm.
Later it is noted that one observation 11 is wrongly noted as 6. Then what is the sample variance of the original data set?
Okay, so this is mean, right? 14 is mean, right?
14 is mean, yes, and 10 is sample standard deviation, and number of observation is 9.
Okay. And it is noted. I think this is also a question I have explained in some of the class. Okay, I'm not sure about it. Okay, can you tell me?
I have attended all your classes.
Huh?
I have attended all your classes. I
Okay,
think
fine.
you are not discussing.
Okay, maybe. Okay, yes. Tell
In
me.
week 3, solve with us.
Yeah. Okay, it's okay.
Just
Okay, we'll
light up
finish it.
something and I will solve this. Give a
Yeah.
hint.
Yeah, fine, fine. You.
Sir,
These are
one
a
thing,
number
sir.
of.
Sir, will the solution of mock test 2 will be provided?
Mock test 2, is it not there?
Solutions. No, sir. PDF solution.
Okay, I'm not sure. Like, okay, because it's currently it's 8, right? So no, the team will not be there. So it might not be there. I'll discuss the questions maybe. If you want any particular solution, I'll discuss.
Sir, I think it would be helpful if you could provide the solution. There are a couple of questions where I also have doubts. So it would
Okay, I will solve the
Yes,
questions.
sir.
Here itself I'll solve. Okay.
So you can give there. We can take a screenshot here.
I do not have currently the solution, so that's what I'm saying.
Sir, I have
Because
seen that, sir.
Guys, we don't have a lot of time, right? Let's not do all the
yeah,
unnecessary.
yeah. So number of n equals to 9 and x bar is 14, right? And
Yes.
sample standard 10. Okay. Can you tell me what is the other thing?
Lately, it is noted that one observation 11 is wrongly noted as 6.
11 is wrongly noted as 6.
Noted as 6.
Okay. Okay. This is very difficult question actually to solve. I think because here
It is. I tried it many more times.
yeah it is. Okay. Okay. You wanted to solve this question right now? Is it because it will take like maybe at least 15-20 minutes to solve this?
Not. It is not more lengthy. Yeah, we can.
It is lengthy because you wanted to find variance, right? So I think I've explained it in one of the class. Okay, one more thing is maybe this kind of question is not there in the first quiz.
One thing you can do, you just tell the process, not the calculation.
Okay, I will tell you, but
Sir,
still I will advise.
But please clear this question to me.
Okay, 1 minute. I will tell you. Okay, I will give you no advice because tomorrow is the exam, right? I'm telling you in front that okay, this kind of question is not there in the exam because I have set the paper, so I know what are the questions are there. So maybe you should not waste your time on this question currently. That's what I'll suggest you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, maybe we can discuss the solution after quiz is over. If you wanted to solve it, I'll solve it in the class. Okay.
No problem.
Question was this, sir?
The same question is given in week 3. Solve with the live session.
Yeah, so you can actually check if you are interested. You can.
Yeah,
I'll check. Okay. But what I'll advise is because lot of people are waiting and we have to see the solution, mock solutions.
No problem,
should
sir.
not go into this question. It's not there. Definitely, I'll tell you. Okay.
Sir, can you go to week 2's question on calculating the one where you calculate the runs, the standard deviation for runs? I think it's down. Scroll down.
Week 2.
Sorry, not week 2. The mock test 2.
This is mock test 2.
Scroll down. There is a question on calculating the runs which is scored by a batsman. Yeah, this one. So here I understand how to calculate the mean. I mean, you take the class mark and you multiply it by frequency and you get the mean. However, when I calculate the standard deviation, I'm having some confusion. I'm not getting the correct answer. So what I did is I took the class mark, which is like in this case, it's 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on.
Okay.
And I calculated the mean using that, and then I deducted the values like the 10, 6. So I get 10, 60, and 120, and all those values, right? Then I deducted that from the mean, which is 50. But I'm not getting the correct answer.
Okay. So how you found out? Okay. So I think what is the mean? Can you tell me what is the mean?
Mean I got is 50.
Mean you got is 50. Okay.
Yes.
So to find the population standard deviation, what method you use or what formula you use?
Yeah, so so you multiply individual data points with the class mark, right? So that's how you get 10, 60, 120, 160, 150 as the data points.
Okay, so okay, maybe no, which formula you used, right? That's what I meant to say.
It divided by n. I mean, x minus x bar divide root of x minus x bar divided by n. Xi minus x bar divided by n. That formula.
This one, right? You used. Okay, fine.
Yeah, but
So xi, what xi you took?
So
10.
xi is class mark multiplied by the frequency, which is 10, 60, 120.
And x bar you taken is 50.
Mean.
50.
Mean, yes, 50. Correct.
So why not you multiply that with this frequency like this?
I did. Okay. You have to so you deduct first and then multiply by the frequency, is it?
Right? Because I think, see, this 50 comes out here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think if you I think you're making the mistake where I think you are multiplying 10 with the frequency and then you are
Yeah.
dividing. This
Sorry,
is wrong, right? You
correct.
can visually also think about it. So 50 is the here it's let's say this is x-axis. So 50 comes here, right? So when
Correct.
you if you are saying 10 into 1 or maybe here 20 into 3, it is 60 minus 50 doesn't make sense.
Correct. Okay.
60 is for 3 people's marks, right? Or runs, 3 people's
Correct.
runs. So you have to multiply 60, sorry, you have to subtract 60 minus 50 into 3, this 150.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
Right? I think you're making that mistake there.
Got it. Got it. And one last question. In the point biserial correlation formula, we divide by population deviation, right? And not the standard deviation.
Actually, yes. So I think that formula, I'll write it again. Maybe the confusion is there. So RPB is point biserial coefficient is y0 bar minus y1 bar, right?
Correct.
Into if I am using sigma x here, then I will use proportions here, right? P0 into P1.
P1.
Right. And I think I explained in one of the classes, maybe the Tuesday's class. It is RPB. If I wanted to use Sx, I'll just use y0 minus y1 bar divided by Sx. But Sx, okay, what is the relation between sigma x and Sx?
One is a sample, it's n up,
Like
yeah.
this, right? Right. So if I wanted to change this formula to into Sx, what I have to do is I have to replace the sigma x with Sx, right?
Yeah.
So this will become here like this.
N upon n minus, yeah.
Right. Into what is P0 into P1? It is, let's say, N0 upon N, right?
Correct.
N is total number of observations, right? And N1 upon N, right?
Correct.
So if I, so I'll write it here maybe. So it will become y0 bar minus y1 bar upon Sx into, this will become N upon N minus 1. This is okay?
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Right? Into this N0 upon N into N1 upon N. So if I do
Then
here,
n cancels out, so it's n. Okay, got it.
only one N cancels out, okay, not two. Be careful about it. It becomes N0 upon N minus 1 into N1 upon N. Because see, if I remove this, right, because this will become the multiplication, correct? So
got it. So one n cancels out and the other one remains in the denominator. Understood.
So this is the formula you can use RPB. If you wanted to use sample standard deviation of x, but
okay.
I think, see, this is again very again it's confusing in the sense if you make any mistake here, you will get the wrong answer, right? So
Both
better
of them is supposed to
this.
give the same
Yeah,
answer.
same
So
answer. Yes.
We'll use the first one. Okay.
Yeah. So I think to avoid confusion, this is better one. So even if in the question Sx is given, convert into sigma x by this formula. Sigma x into n upon n minus 1.
N minus 1. Got it.
Here sigma s is variance, right?
No, it's deviation.
No, sigma x is population. Population standard deviation. So
Sir,
population standard deviation of
for
x.
correlation coefficient, we use population variance only, no?
We can use, I think I have mentioned about that also. Maybe that, okay, I'll just, so correlation coefficient is what? Sample covariance upon
Standard
sample
deviation.
standard deviations, right? Of X and Y, right?
Yes, sir.
Or it is same as population covariance between X and Y divided by population
Population sample
standard deviation of, okay. So
Okay.
this is, I'll say covariance. So sample covariance of XY upon sample standard deviation Sx into Sy, which is same as, let's say, covariance, population covariance of between XY divided by population variance is sigma x into, oh sorry, population standard deviation. So both are same.
The n gets cancelled out, so it doesn't matter actually.
Yeah, or maybe you can use this formula directly.
Okay, okay, sir.
So this formula is for population standard deviation.
Which one?
This one, R is equals to covariance of x comma y.
This formula is for
Population standard deviation.
No.
Sir, I have a
This formula
doubt.
is correlation coefficient, right?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a similar doubt in mock test 1, question number 4. So, how would we know that that is population or sample? Is that based on the question?
Yes, based on the question. You are
Meaning
not supposed to understand it by just seeing the data, right? Which is the question? Question number
4. So the data is given already,
It's
and
point bisexual correlation, so it doesn't
That
matter.
is population.
Just look
it
at
doesn't matter, right? You can use population
Yeah.
correlation, population standard deviation. So what is the difference between population standard deviation and sample is, you need not to know whether that given data is sample or population. Okay.
okay.
You just have to find sigma x by, okay, what is the formula for sigma x? Summation
Root
of
of
xi minus x bar square upon
square
n,
12. Yeah.
right? And what is
Yeah.
x? Root
X
of,
is equal to root of n minus 1 by n minus 1. Yeah.
so
By
you
n
can
minus 1.
see, you can see this numerator for both the standard deviations, right? It is same. Only difference
Yeah.
is this n and n minus 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you are using n minus 1 here, you are adjusting this here, no? To that n minus 1. That's why this relation comes out, right? Because this numerator,
Why we should use that n minus 1 in between, like when we are calculating the
sorry, hello.
hello. So for it is in the mock test for solutions that they use n minus root of n minus 1 by n. So is that necessary that we should use this in every question?
Okay.
Because it comes out the same answer, right?
Okay, so let's tell me, okay, how you are going to solve this question. If I wanted to find a coefficient between gender and salary, so salary is here, right? Salary is a numerical variable. Can you tell me uh, what is the population standard deviation of it? How will you find the population standard deviation here for salary?
X minus mean whole square plus like sigma is equal to 1 is
Hmm.
2n x minus x bar by n root of.
Okay, fine. So that is your population standard deviation. But why in the solution it is solved using, I think, sample standard deviation is because in the previous question, question number 3, we have already found out the sample standard deviation, right?
Yes.
So if I wanted to find a population standard deviation, I need to again calculate all those things and divide by n, right? So instead of that, take the numerator of that sample standard deviation and divide it by n instead of n minus 1. You will get that answer.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought I have to do that for every.
No.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
सर
Yes.
सर एक बार आप फिर से बता सकते हो बाय सीरियल का?
What do you want to know, like regarding? Okay,
सर
maybe
बाय सीरियल एक बार फिर से.
okay, maybe I'll solve one question. Okay, maybe that will clear you with both the things. Maybe I'll take some simple data set.
Yes, sir. Solve one question, sir.
Okay, I'll solve that. You just guys have take your calculator out. Just give me the values. Okay. I think
Sir, where can we find the solutions of mock test 2?
mock test 2 solutions, I think that's not uploaded, and currently I'm not having those solutions. So maybe see, today it's very difficult to upload it on the portal. So today you won't get. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So can you tell me, okay, how many female are there? 4 and 5, 6 male, right? Can you tell me these values, salary values, quickly? Any one of you can give me the values. Okay? So this gender, this is salary. Gender is female. 4 female are there. 6 male are. What are the salaries?
Sir, it is 7, 8, 8,
7.
13, 25,
25.
32.
1 minute. 32.
35.
35.
38. 40. 44.
Okay. Right. So this is my variable gender. So what is y bar? Suppose 0 I am considering for female and 1 for male. Okay. So y0 bar is the average salary of female. So it will be 7 plus 8 plus
25,
8 plus
sir. It will be 25.
This is 25, right? Okay. Y1 bar is the average of male salary. So it will be 25 plus 32 plus 35 plus 38 plus 40 plus 45 divided by 6. So can anybody tell me? Suppose this is my variable x and this is
35.67. 35.67.
35.67. Okay. Okay. Now, can you tell me the
Sir,
average?
In the first one, why did you divide by 2?
No, sorry. It should be 4. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me the average salary of all employees? That's because I'm considering gender as variable x and salary as y. So I'll write y bar. Y bar is equals to how much?
35.67 plus 25 by 2.
Sir, the 25 is average salary, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y0 is not 25. Y0 is 9.
9, huh?
9. And average salary is 25.
Okay. 9. Average
Yes.
salary is
25.
Okay. What about, so now I wanted to find the standard deviation. So I wanted to find, let's say, sigma y. So to find sigma, see what is sigma y? Is root of summation of yi minus y bar square divided by n, right?
Yes.
Correct. So let's say it's y minus y bar. So y minus y bar is how much? 7 minus 25. How much?
7 minus
minus
18.
18.
Minus 18, right? Then minus 17, minus 17, minus 12,
minus 12.
0, 7,
10,
10, 13,
13,
15,
15 and
19.
19.
19, right? Okay, square of it. So it is y minus y bar square. How much?
324.
324, 289,
289,
144,
0, 49,
49,
100, maybe
69,
169,
225,
225, 361,
361.
right? So summation of it, how much it is?
1950.
Okay, this root of 1950 divided by n. N is how much? 10, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So it is root of 195. So suppose if I wanted to find Sx or Sy, Sy is, this is population standard deviation, right? Of salary. This is sample standard deviation of salary. So it will become how much? Summation of yi minus y bar square divided by n minus 1. So it will become 1950 divided by 9, right?
9.
So you understand? So so can you tell me what is the value? 1950 by 9?
Sir, 216.66.
216.66, something like that. So if I want, so if I, let's say if I have sy value, right? So sy is there. So I wanted to find sigma y. What is the relation between that? It is, the relation is this.
N
upon n minus 1.
Right? So let's try it out whether it is possible. If I have this value, okay, sigma y equals to root of 216.66 into n minus 1 is how much? 9 divided by 10, right? So if you can check, 216.66 becomes 1950, right? 1950 divided by 10, and this comes as same. You're understanding the point?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
there you can find population standard deviation or sample standard deviation, doesn't matter. Okay. Now if I wanted to find RPB, okay, what is a P0? P0 in this case?
0.4, sir.
P0 is 4 female divided by 10. So it is 0.4. What is
0.4
P1?
and 0.6.
This is 0.6. Okay, so I'll use this formula. Y0 bar is 9 minus Y1 bar is 35.67, right?
35.66, yes.
And so I'll use sigma y. Sigma y is root of 195, right? Into 0.4 into 0.6. If you do this calculation, you'll get some value minus something. So if somebody can do the calculation.
Minus 0.93.
How much? Minus
0.93.
Okay. So this doesn't matter if you change this y1 minus y bar. Okay. So if you change, let's say you have taken y1 as for female, or maybe 1 for female and 0 for male, you will get value as 0.93. Okay. So in every this case, I will ask for absolute value of point biserial coefficient, right? So RPB absolute will become 0.93. So that should be your correct answer. Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Always take population
Yes,
standard.
sir.
Yeah, to avoid the confusion, I think because you will remember one formula, right? You don't remember a lot of formulas, right? And if you, in exam point, like while you're solving in questions in exam, you may tend to do mistakes, right? So it's better to remember one formula and stick to it. And so if you have Sx given, you convert it into sigma x or sigma population standard deviation, and use that population standard deviation to solve this RPB, point biserial coefficient.
Sir,
Okay.
I have one doubt, one more doubt. In mock test 2, question number.
Question number?
1 second, sir. 1 second.
Carry on, please. Yeah, question number 2.
I think we have discussed this question, right?
Not 2. No. Yeah, first question. Is that discussed?
First question is not discussed, but I think that is not
Mock
much
test
important.
2, sir.
Okay, mock test 2. Okay.
There,
Huh.
till she comes, can you solve the average number of calls? That question. I don't know how.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
Sir, in point biaxial correlation coefficient, we always take absolute value, isn't it?
We asked absolute value actually. That doesn't make any difference actually, because point biaxial correlation coefficient is between uh, one categorical and one numerical variable, right? So it doesn't have.
I'm asking this because y0 can be sometimes greater than y1 and sometimes lesser
Yeah,
than
yeah, yeah.
y1.
But we'll always take absolute value, and it will always give you the correct value. Okay? Doesn't matter. It will give you the same value. Okay, so okay, I think I have to go to mock test 2, right?
Yes, sir. Calls, average calls of
Sir,
a
I
school.
got a mock 2 solution, sir. PDF solution.
Okay,
So from
fine.
previous batch.
Okay, you can share it then to the others also. Okay. Okay, so I think this was the question, right? By multiplying each of the numbers by 4 and then adding 7 to each, the difference between the sample variance.
Yes, sir.
I think this is okay. This is a simple one, but yeah. Can you tell me the values? Once. Tell me the values. What are the values?
Values are total mean is 55 lakhs.
Sorry, which question you are talking about?
No. Question number 1.
One, na? One you wanted to solve. Okay, I thought 2. Okay, so one is the mean annual college fees paid by all students in college is 55 lakhs. The mean annual college fees paid by male and female students are this 40 and 60. How many percent? Okay. Suppose let's say there are total of okay, let's say number of male students. Number of male students are n. Okay,
Yeah.
and number of female students are m, right? Okay, fine. So total number of students are how many?
Not given.
Huh?
It's not there.
It's okay, but so number of male students are n and
M
number of
plus
female
N.
students are n.
Oh,
M,
yeah,
then it
M plus N. Yeah.
n plus m, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So average salary of all students is given as like average salary of all students is equals to how much? 55 lakhs, right?
55 lakhs. Yeah.
Right. Mean or average salary, right? Okay. So how you should calculate the value? This value.
55 M plus N is equal to 40 N plus 60 M.
Right. So let's say this is what this is
M
sum
plus
of,
N.
okay, this is sum of all the salaries, right? Let's say this is sum of all n, the sum
Plus
of,
M.
or maybe it's not actually it's not like that, but let's say okay,
M
let's
plus
say
N.
how I'll say this is a
M plus M by
salary of students, right? Okay, let's divide by n plus n.
we should, yeah, total fees.
Okay, maybe total salary. I'll say total salary of
Total
all
fees.
students.
Yes.
Okay, total fees of students, whatever.
Sir, can we write n plus n by 2 equal to 55?
That also we can write, but let's do the simple things. Okay, so total fees equals to how much? 55.
No, we cannot write n plus m by 2 because these are numbers, not average salaries.
Okay, just maybe okay, I
By
no. See,
total
the
fees is
annual
equal to, yeah,
college
yeah.
fees is 55, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm
yes.
saying that because we are given average fees, so it is 55 lakhs, right? So it will
Yes,
become
yes.
total fees paid by all male and female, right?
Yes, yes.
Male and female divided by n plus m, that is number of male and female, right? So I can write total fees equals to 55n plus 55m, right? This is equation number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so second thing is the mean annual college fees paid by male student is 40 lakhs. Okay. So how can I write? So mean fee by male is equals to 40, right? Right.
40. Yeah.
So what does
Mean
that mean?
fee
It is total fees by male, right? Divided by
by
number of male students. So how many are there? N.
n.
Right. So total fees paid by male, or total fees paid by male, right?
Yes.
Total M equals to 40 times N, right?
N. Yeah.
This is 2. Similarly, mean fees
By n.
by
Female.
female is equals to
60
60, which is equals to
equals total F by
female
M.
M, right? So total F is equals to 60 M,
M.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Question number 3.
Okay. Now I need to find percentage of male students studying the college. So okay, so percentage of male students studying in the college, how will you find percentage of male students equal to
N divided by total.
number of
N
male
divided
students,
by
right? Number of male students, right? Divided by total students.
Total students.
Maybe I'll write it here. So the question is percentage of male students. How to find percentage of male students, or how to find so it will become
The
number
number
of
of male
male
students upon
students
my total.
upon
divided by
total students, right? Into 100. Right? So
100.
put it into percentages, right?
N by 4n into 100.
N by n plus m.
4n.
No, currently it is n plus m, right?
M plus M. Yes.
Into
Okay.
100. Okay. So we have these 3 questions, 1, 2, and 3. Can I use use these equations to find this kind of ratios, right? That is the thing.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this is total fees. Total fees will be consisting of what? Total fees paid by male plus
Male and plus total fees by female.
right? So
Yes.
I can equate equation 1 to equation 2 and 3, right?
Yes.
So it can become what? 55n plus 55m equal to 40n
Plus
60.
plus 60.
60.
This is okay, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So if I do the calculations, it will become 15n
15n
equals to
plus
5m.
5 plus n is equal to.
This okay?
Yes.
So
Yes.
n is
M
equals
is
to
equal. M is equal to. M will be better, right?
okay, whatever. So m equals to 3n,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I will use this value here.
Okay.
Okay. So this becomes n. So n is as it is n upon n plus 3n, right? Because m is 3n, right?
Yes. Yes.
into 100. So this becomes n upon 4n into 100, which is 25%.
Yeah, okay.
Similarly, you can find for female
Female
students.
Sir,
So what is the percentage of female students? Maybe I'll
75%.
right. Okay. So
sir,
yes.
Can you now solve the average goal question in
Average
this average goal question? In
question. Can you tell me question number? I'm not.
the I
He's
didn't.
referring to the call center questions.
Oh,
Yes.
calls. Okay, calls. Okay. Okay. Question number 18. It is in the call center. There are 75 employees, and the number of calls they receive vary over the length of a day. Okay. So how many employees are there total? 75, right?
Yes.
The working hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with lunch break from 1 to 2 p.m. Okay. So total number of working hours are how many? 8, right? Because 9 to 6 it is 9 hours, and in between lunch break is there, so we have total of 8 hours, correct? Okay.
Yes,
The
sir.
average number of calls received from 9 to 1 p.m. So in the first half, the it is 15 per hour. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The average number of calls is okay by an employee, and the average number of calls received by the employee within this is 5 per hour. So we need to find average number of calls received by employees in working hours. Okay. So, sorry. So let's say what is given. So average calls in between like 9 to
1.
9 to
1
1.
p.m. is 15
15.
calls per hour, right? Okay. Similarly, average number of calls between 2 to
5.
6 p.m. or 5. How much it is? 5, 5 or 6? 6, I think.
It is 6.
Yes, sir, it's 2 to 6.
Right? It is given as 5 per hour. 5 calls per hour. So what does this mean by 15 calls per hour?
So for 4 hours, 60 calls.
So
15 into 4.
right. So in morning, like because this is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., we are getting 15 calls per hour. That means between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., how many calls an employee will receive? Average number of
15 into
calls,
4.
right? So it is like, let's say 15 into 4, right?
4.
Correct. Plus between 2 to 6 p.m., how many calls are there? 5 calls are per hour. So
5
it
calls
is
per
4 hours into 5 calls
20.
5. 2 to
within
3, 3 to
entire day of 8 hours, right? 8 hours.
8 hours.
So
8 hours.
this is the average number
80
of calls
upon 8.
received by an employee per day or per shift, I'll say, right?
Sure, clear, yeah.
So it is 60 plus 20 by 8. So it is 80 by 8, which is 10 calls per hour. So first statement is correct. The another way of solving this is, since this interval is same, right, of 4 hours. So I can just add 15 plus 5 and divide it by 2. It will become 20 by 2, which is again 10 calls per hour. But this is okay. If you don't understand this also, you can just go with this, right? So 15 into 4 plus 4 into 5 divided by 8. I'm able to do this because this interval is same, okay? That is one more point to note. Right?
Interval is same.
Right. Otherwise, if it is different, I cannot do that thing. So I need to go with this.
Second step.
Right, because if let's say it is given for between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. 5 calls per hour, so this will give me again the answer as 10, but this is not true. This should be 3 into 5, right? So that is there. Okay. Okay, so maybe you need not to think about this. This is the correct way to solve. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, only that is the
Sir,
problem,
one
or
question.
you have the problem? Yes.
Sir, the question below that,
Sir, one question.
uh, I had a quick doubt. The correlation is found to be 0.86, right? So in that case, the line should be in like from increasing like from
Positive.
correct.
Positive. Yes.
Positive. So the first option, it says given 2 points from the scatter plot of price and demand of mobile phones. 1 point has a smaller value, a smaller X value and a larger Y value. That is not possible, no, sir, because smaller X value means smaller Y value.
Okay, let's find it out. So uh, suppose the scatter plot. Okay, 0.86 means what?
The
I just said it should get
it's a
increasing, right?
yeah, increasing from left to right. Yeah,
Okay.
like Y equal to X sort of
So
graph. Yeah,
let's say if it is this kind of graph, this line will belong to y equals to x,
correct.
which gives me the correlation coefficient 1, right? All if
Correct.
all the values are there, right? And
Correct.
this is positive, right?
Correct.
This is
Correct.
positive. So my with 0.86, these points may not lie on the line, but they will be surrounded here somewhere, right?
Correct.
Okay. Let's say this kind of scatter plot is line. It's fine.
Correct.
And since it is 0.86, so all these points will be very close to that y equals to x line. That is
Correct.
also one of the thing, right? Okay.
Correct.
Now I'll take one of this point here. Okay. Okay. This is the corresponding values of x and y here. So what is the? Imagine any one of the value. Let's say it is 2, and the corresponding value. So since it is below y equals to x, so let's take it as 1.5 or 1.7 maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Take any one of the point, so which is so okay. First of all, what is the statement here? Given 2 points on the scatter plot, 1 point has a smaller x value and a larger y value. Okay, so take another, choose any one of the point. Let's take the point here. This is okay?
Yeah.
So what is the, so this might be, let's say 4, and
Correct.
this can be, let's say maybe, since it is not 4, so it is somewhat farther, so I'm just taking it as, let's say 5.5.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So what is the first statement is saying is, 1 point has a smaller x value and larger y value than the other point. So, so this is the point. So this will have smaller x value, right? And okay, this is smaller y value, and this is larger x value and larger y point, right? So what is,
Correct.
so what is the, is it correct or this is wrong, right?
It is showing as correct to me. That's why I asked. When I am submitting, it shows that the first one is correct.
Okay, so I think, okay, maybe this is not the yeah, okay, maybe this statement written is not convincing. Actually, it should be like this. The statement should be like this compared to this points, right? So when you have larger x value,
Then
right,
we have larger y value.
larger y value, corresponding larger y value.
Correct. So the
That,
first, so it is showing both the first and second statement as correct. I think both of them are incorrect.
so they are not incorrect, but I think so. The writing method is, so given 2 points from the scatter plot of this, 1 point has a smaller x value and a larger y value than the other point. So
that is
okay.
only possible if it is like y equal to minus x
So,
kind of graph.
okay. Maybe the question is, let's read the question. The correlation was this: which of the following options could be true?
Correct.
So could be true means, if you have any one such instance where 1 point has a smaller x value and larger y value than another point, that will definitely okay. Take any instance of this kind. So what is written here? X.
I mean, we can maybe have outliers which might have that pattern, but then that is always true, right? I mean, even if it is a negative value.
No, so it could be true means there is a chance that any two instances are there such that you have larger x and larger y value of 1 point than another. So you can take any one of the point like this. Okay, I understand your point, but so because I tried to explain that way in itself, I guess. So let's say whatever statement is given, right? We will try to see accordingly. Fine.
Okay.
So I'll just remove these points and just think of this. So could be true means if any x value is there, x value is larger and y is larger. So take this point. This point. This, let's say 4, and this, let's say 5.5. Okay.
Okay.
Then the another point. So and take one of this point. This point again the same 2 and uh, but okay, but still that point
Yeah,
looks
so
ambiguous.
the other point will have to be on the left of 4, but the
Yeah.
y needs to be above 5.5.
Left of 4 and y to be yeah, okay, fine. So maybe yeah, there are certain points maybe here.
No, left of 4 before.
Yeah, it can be here
Yeah,
somewhere,
like
right?
that.
And then in that case it will be okay, but
Correct.
still okay, fine. I understand this. This doesn't make sense like much. Okay, okay, leave about it. Okay, so
Okay.
maybe that is incorrect statement, or this is not incorrect statement, or in very certain some cases that statement could be true. That is the only sense I think I am also getting from here, but it's okay. That is ambiguous. I also understand. Okay, fine.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. Okay.
Sir, can you clear? Where can we guess the standard deviation by seeing the data? Means around value.
Final theory. Huh?
Yes, sir. The question number 5 in this set only, sir. I'm not
Okay.
able to understand.
5, yeah.
Yes, sir.
5 is okay. If first quarter is 80, third quarter is 100, and which of the following must be true? So the median will lie in the range of 80 to 100. The median is 90, and the standard deviation is at most 20. Okay. I think we can't able to find the standard deviation only from these values. Okay. Let's. What is Q1?
Sir, Q1 is 80.
80.
Q and Q3?
100.
100. Okay. That is the only information given to us, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just try to see through the box plot. Okay. So this is the minimum value. This is maximum value we don't have. We have only these two values, right? So
Yes,
Q1 is 80 and Q3 is
100.
100. So what we can definitely be sure about is the median can lie in
Between
between.
this. Yes, sir.
So median can be 80, median can be 100, or median can be any value between 80 and 100, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
That we can surely say about. Okay. So first statement will be true, right? The median will lie in the range of 80 to 100, right? Second is the median is 90. So must be true. When it is said must be true, that means okay, we are not sure about, right? It is not the average of these two, right? Q3 and Q1.
Yes,
It
sir.
can be 90, but it must be 90. It's wrong statement, right?
Yes.
Because median can lie between 80 and 100. Okay. Then about standard deviation. So standard deviation, what we need is, what is the formula for standard deviation? Let's say sample standard deviation,
Deviation from its mean, sir. Sum
right?
of. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and divide by n minus 1. So we wanted to find the deviation of all values from the mean. So are we able to find the mean value from this only about this data?
No,
No,
sir.
right? Right. So we don't have the value of x bar. Again, we don't have the value of xi, right? And number of observations are also we don't know. So we are not able to find anything related to standard deviation.
Yeah.
Only we can
So
find
at most,
interquartile range. So,
sir,
huh.
sir, actually, I was asking that by seeing just data, can we guess some range of standard deviation? Means
No. From this we can't say, right?
or from any another data set.
For example, can you tell me?
For example, just take 10, 13, 20. 27, 32, 35, 40.
Let's. I think we should not go much.
Okay, okay.
Maybe we will restrict to 5 only, because I think that it should be simple, right? Okay. Can you tell me about standard deviation? What will be the standard deviation? If I say uh, at most 20, this is fine, right? Because the range is 30, range is 20, right? Range is equals to 30 minus 10, which is 20.
20.
So if I say the standard deviation is at most 20, that can be true. Right? At most means the maximum value of standard deviation can go up to 20, right? but
Yes.
but see, again, that doesn't make any point, right? Until you know the central tendency. So central value should be, maybe it will be coming around 20, right? I don't know, like maybe it should be how much it is, 10, 30, 60, how much it is, 85 and 13, 98, 98 by 5, so it's around 20, right? So suppose it is 20, take this value as 27 and you'll get the 20 value. So can you say about the standard deviation anything? So standard deviation can be sorry, not at most 20, sorry, it should be at most 10. So if you see from the central tendency, the maximum value I can go here is 10, right? And the minimum value I can go this side is 10, right? So my standard deviation will lie between these two values, right? So between 20 it should be there, but how much it is, I'm not able to say unless I will do some calculations, correct? So by looking at the data, you can't say about standard deviation.
So we can just say that what is the maximum and minimum deviation from its mean values? We can guess between those two values.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, sir, here the third one should be correct then. 80 and
no,
it is okay. It is IQR. Oh,
right. It is
okay.
IQR, right?
Sir,
It is 20. Ah.
sir, can we leave? We have CT class.
Yeah, you can do. You can do. Anyway, I'm going to finish it this one, so you can just you can just leave.
So I had one out again in question number 17, sir, which we just discussed. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, even though I get that, sir, it is mentioned with the lunch break from 1 to 2 p.m. Sir, when we are taking the, sir, when we are finding the mean, sir, we will take total working hours will be, sir, 9.
No, because between that 1 hour, right, between lunch break, no activities happened. So no calls are received, and it is like mentioned that nothing is so no calls are come also. That is the assumption there, right? Because we are not going to receive the number. So we are taking the effective number of hours actually. Okay, so if you wanted to take that between that 1 to 2 p.m. and you are considering, you wanted to consider it as 0, then the
Yes,
average
sir.
number of calls will change, right?
Yes, sir. That was my doubt, sir. But sir, I get so sir, for that, sir, even though it's 0, sir, it won't affect because sir,
It
can
will affect. No, it will affect, right? So if you take it 0 and your denominator will become 9, right?
yes, sir.
So your average will drop, correct?
So sir,
If you are,
like, sir, first we calculated from 1 to 9 p.m. So that was 15, sir, by which was multiplied by 4. So then we calculated for 2 to 6 p.m., which was 5, then which we also multiplied by 4. Right,
if it
sir?
is, let's say if it is from 2 to 5 in the evening, or maybe in the morning it is, let's say 10 to 1, and evening it is 2 to 4, then how will you do?
10 to 1, sir, it's 3 hours, sir, so 3 hour into 15. And in the evening, sir, what are the timings?
2 to 6.
So it's 4, so sir, multiplied by 4, 5 multiplied by 4.
And divided by?
7. No,
Correct.
yes,
7,
sir.
7.
Yes.
Correct.
So yes, sir, I get that, sir. But 1 to 2 p.m., sir, I can take it as 0 and then add.
No. That it won't be the effective number of hours, right? So you should not do that. You should not take that actually. So generally, if you wanted to find the average, right, you should not take the that is that 1 to 2. Uh, no work has happened, right? So how can you take that average like into the calculations of average, right? So no
Sir,
employee work.
so because my confusion is that, sir, because it is written that working hours are from 9 to 6 p.m. And sir, if working hours from are 1 to 9, 6 p.m. and
No. So okay, it is written as the working hours are 9 to 6 p.m. with lunch break from 1 to 2, right?
Yes, sir.
So when I say with lunch break, that means the working hours becomes 8 hours, right?
Okay,
See,
sir.
okay.
Sir, is there a way we can find out correlation coefficient without calculating?
Yes.
Whether it's positive or negative.
Value we cannot find. No, value we are not able
Just
to.
to see to it's positive or negative. Is there a
Yes,
way to
we
do
can
that?
do. Yes.
How do we do that?
So you just have to see like visualization, right? So you have to see the scatter plot or maybe the trend, right? So what is the trend? So let's say from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. What was the average number of calls?
15.
Right. And between 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. it was
5.
5. Right. So and what is the question here?
The correlation coefficient of time and calls received is positive or negative.
Right. So like is it positive or negative? It is how will you find out, right? So first of all, say the average number of calls in the morning is 15, right?
Yeah.
So it is 15, right? And what happened between 2 to 5? It drops to 5.
Yeah.
So you can see this is a negative trend line, right?
Okay.
Right. Suppose it was 5 in the morning and let's say 10 in the evening. So what will happen? So 5 will be here, right? Average number of 5 and then 10 will be there, right? So that means the number of calls has increased from morning to evening, right? So that will be my positive trend. And what happened in our case? It was 15 calls per hour in the morning. And that rate has dropped to 5.
Yeah.
So definitely it is the negative trend. So the correlation coefficient you will get is
So
negative.
can we like if I can find slope, so it will be equal to or around correlation. Can we guess like that?
Slope of but again the trend line will be there, right? This is the trend line, right? This is exact. Okay, so let's say you have the data points like this. How your actual data points will lie? This is my trend line, right?
Yeah.
So let's say this is positive trend line. This is currently it is y equals to x. Okay, and data points are lying like this. Maybe I'll try to draw this.
No, sir, but in this question, like we have fixed value 9 to 1, like, and 15 as a y value.
Okay,
if
in
we
this
can,
case,
and
see,
9 to 1 a.m. if we can take some point on x-axis.
Okay, but
And then
that I don't think that will give you the correct correlation coefficient, right? Because these are the average number of calls, right? So 60 calls in 4 hours. That doesn't mean that each hour will have the same number of calls, right? It may vary, right? Correct?
Okay.
So sometimes in first hour there were 20 calls, then it dropped to 7 calls, then it will be again like that, right? The values will change. So you cannot find the correlation exact correlation coefficient. What I feel is through this information.
So correlation is not regression
No.
coefficient. Yeah.
Sir, you were clearing my doubts, sir, regarding that calls 1 to 2 p.m.
What should I do?
So you were clearing my doubts. So you were telling me something that I should not
No.
consider it.
I think no. That lunch break should be considered as like stagnant thing. You should not consider into effective number of hours while calculating the average. That's what I want to tell.
Sir, so like in the quiz, sir, can a question like this come because, sir, sometimes language becomes a matter in the question itself. So, sir, sir, how can we understand the language? Just like, will we get
Sir, will you explain the stem on leap one, please?
Yes, sir. That is a question in mock paper 1, question number 13.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll do that. So yeah, regarding
Yes,
that language, you just need to be careful about it, right? Like, maybe most of the time, just think about it like whether whatever you are thinking, it makes sense or not. That's the
sir.
only. Otherwise, yeah, you can't do much about it actually. So
Yes,
what is
sir.
the question? This one, right?
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine.
Sir, I hope you are okay with spending more time.
Sorry?
I hope you're okay with spending more time because it was still 8.
Yeah. So I'll maybe I'll finish at around 9 because I need to go for dinner. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate
Okay. Yeah. So the stem and leaf plot given here is question number 2 and question. Yeah, Q2, Q3, figure Q2, Q3 is like this, right? And question 8 is what is the difference of the modal score? So modal score means what? Mode of the between the computational thinking and English. So can you tell me what does this represent? Figure Q2 scores of city paper, right? Okay, what are the scores?
30, 37, 42, 45, 46, 48, like this.
Like this, right? Because the key is given as 303 and that is becomes 30, right? So
Yes.
these are the scores by students, some students, right? So first student is having 30. So what is the minimum score here?
30, sir.
30. What is the maximum score?
88.
88. Okay. How many observations you are seeing here? So 2 plus
22, sir.
4, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 4 is 15, 15 plus 3,
18 and
18
4,
plus
22.
4, 22. So let's see, same number of students are there in English paper also. So 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 4 is 11,
Sir, I have a doubt
18,
here. The question
2
is
is 13.
modal score of computation thinking in English, right?
Yeah. So
We just need to look at the modes and just take the difference. That's it, right?
Correct. So it is okay. Where I was sorry. How many numbers are there? So 2 plus 5
17,
7, 7
17,
plus 4 is 11, 13, 13 plus 3 is 16 plus 2 18. 18, right?
Yeah.
So same number of students are there?
No, sir, 22.
No, 22 and 18.
18. Okay, fine. Now, what is the modal score of competition? So what is the mode here in computational thinking?
That's 88.
Like 88, yeah.
Why 88? Because it is two students are having
That
the
is the
same,
only score comes twice.
right? So I'll say mode of city. Okay, just a minute. Sorry. Okay. So yeah. So mode of maybe I'll use a new page. So mode of CT is 88, right? Okay. Similarly, mode of English.
Sir, it's 59.
Okay, let's see. So whether here we do not know what is the value of x, but still we know that cannot be a mode, right? So whatever value, so let's say if it is 0 also, so that will become 90 and 90, right? So only two same observations can come. But here if I say 59 comes 3 times. So what is the mode here? 59. So
59.
difference between the modal scores is 88
29.
minus 59. So it is how much?
29.
Right? So that is the answer.
Sir, please explain that mock 1, question number 12 and 13, sir, please.
Yes, sir. 13, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Question number 13.
Mock 1.
Mock 1.
Sir, first you explain 13, then you can tell 12.
13 is okay. This is the average marks of all the students of 4 sections is 60, while the average marks of students
No,
of
sir.
each
Next one.
13.
13. The stem and leaf dot one data.
Okay, so that is this is simple one, right? Okay, based on the data published in this handbook, this is the data given. Okay, what scale should be used as stem and leaf such that there are exactly 9 stems in the plot? Okay, so tell me first of all the presentation of this. So where are the stems? Stems are here, and leaf is here, right? One more point to remember is the stem should be continuous. Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say the data is like this 10.
Okay, so
Then
that was my
32.
doubt. So the stem should be continuous always.
Yes.
We cannot skip a
No.
integer in
So,
this.
yeah, so this is the data, right? 10, 32, 35, 38, 39. So how will I represent this data? 1, right? 32, 35, 38, 39, and let's say 42 and 52 are there. Okay. So how many stems are there? Still the 5, right?
5.
Right. So that is
Sir,
there.
in the previous question, so how English model score is 59? So can you please explain? So that you have
Because
explained.
99 is
What
coming.
of that score?
You check that, right? I think that values are like this, right? So let's say my stem and leaf plot is like this: stem and leaf. 1, 2, 3 are there. So the values are like this: 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What does this mean? How many values are there?
4.
4 plus 4.
So what are the values? Okay, what are the values? First value is 12,
12,
12,
12,
13,
13, 14. Yeah.
22,
22, 22, 22, 25.
35, 36,
36, 37.
37. So what is the mode of this data set?
22.
Why?
32.
Frequency is
Coming
highest.
3 times.
Frequency is wish,
That
yes.
means like this, right? So you can check that 5999 is coming 3 times, right?
Okay, sir. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, can you
Okay.
tell me how to guess the standard deviation from 5-number summary? You told
No,
just.
you can't guess. There is no way to guess the standard deviation from 5-number summary. Okay.
So back to the 13. I think you're already in the middle of it.
Yeah. So what scale should we use in stem and leaf plot such that there are exactly 9 stems in the plot, right? So if you wanted to have 9 stems, so you can actually cross check with this 4 options also. So option 1 is showing 05981 means 598.1. So first of all, you have to see the minimum value of this data. What is the minimum value of this data?
Sir, 598.1.
598.1, right?
Yes, sir.
So minimum value is 598.1. What is the maximum value? It is 13. I think 1304.1, right?
04, yeah.
So 13. So first of all, you have to see what are the minimum and maximum values in the data set. Okay. So now I have set these values. Okay. Let's start with whatever given in the option 1. So option 1, can you tell me what is option 1? 0, 598, 1, right?
Yeah.
This is means 598.1. So this is the key given, right? Okay, what is the next value in this data set? 5 after 598.1.
790.
743.
743.
743.1.
743.1. So where should I write that 743.1?
Difficult.
No, it's not difficult. It is here, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is 05981, is it?
Right. This is the
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
with this key.
Yeah.
I
So
will write all the.
so there will be everything will be under the same stem.
No, only there will be one more stream. Let's say I wanted to write 1165.1.
Okay. Got it.
Right? 11, or maybe I'll just take a use of this 130 point. How will you write this? Because this is after 3 decimal places, right?
Yeah.
So once I'll have more than one, it has to be there. One, then 3041. Because we should have 4 values in this, right? Everywhere. Right? So how many stems are possible with this key?
2.
Only 2.
2.
Right? It's okay?
Yeah.
Fine?
Yes, sir.
I can accommodate all the values in between this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next is 05981, right? So let's just start
This
with
is
this.
ambiguous, right? It is not telling the decimal places. It just, for example, it is 1300. It will be still 1300. Or 1301, it will be 131301. It won't tell it's a decimal or not.
It is telling, right? No?
In the option.
It is given in the key.
Key, right? Here. 05981 means 598.1. Right?
Okay.
05981 means, so the key is here 05981 means 598.1. Okay. So with this, if I wanted to accommodate this value, what I should do? 07, right?
Yeah.
07, then 431, right? With this kind of value,
13
041. 13041. So how many stems are required?
5
So I think
to 13, 5, 6,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
So I think option B is correct. Let's check one other option. So let's say this option 05981. What is this? 05981, right? This is the key, right?
Yeah.
Which means 598.1. So if I wanted to accommodate staying with 05981, so if I wanted to say 743.1, how will I write? 07431, right?
Yeah.
And if I wanted to say 1304.2 something, so it will have 13042. So how many are there? So there will be a lot of, right?
Yeah.
059, 060, 059, 060, 061, 062, like this up to, like, yeah, this value. So there will be maybe more than 30 stems will be required, right?
So what kind of plot we should choose? The one which has equal distribution, less number of
stems, and maybe you can check with the easier to read also. Right? That is also one of the important thing, right? Otherwise it may lead to like a lot of confusion, correct?
Okay.
Sir, it's the question number 14. Can you just tell me how can we find median in this case? Like there is no order in the those cards coupon. I mean.
Okay, is it median you can find, right? So I think so. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. This is the week 1, week 2. What is the variable here?
The coupon.
No, coupons are the frequencies.
For coupons redeem.
Yeah, the week 1 and week 2, week 3. These
These
are
are the this is the variable, and you can see that week 1 is lesser than week 2, right? You can say definitely there is a comparison, right? So week comes when week 1 is finished, right? Or week 3 comes after week 1 and 2 are finished, right? So there is definitely a comparison there. So I can say that this is what this is ordinal data. So in that way, like how to find the median for ordinal data, you have to arrange that data into the ascending
order.
already
Ascending
arranged.
order.
It's already arranged, and I can see 3020 coupons are there. Then you have to divide it by 2. It will become, I think, 1510, right? 1510. And this is, so you have to check where that 1510 lies. So 150 plus 360 plus 425, like that. So you have to check. Like, so 1510 means like 1510 plus 1511 observation. You have to check. That will be your median. Okay.
So sir, are they arranged already? Because I can see week
Yeah,
4
it is
is
all. It's already arranged. That's why I'm able to add directly, right? 150 plus 360 plus 425. Because week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is an order, right?
Oh, okay. So we are taking weeks as a kind of data or observation.
That is a variable. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So shall we stop now? I think it's 9. I also need to go. So all the best for
Yes, sir.
tomorrow's exam. Okay. So yeah, just
Sir,
if you are
just a
solving the
different
question,
question. You know that there are 4 week contents that will be for tomorrow exam. So each and every week is equally important, or any specific week has more
uh,
importance?
so I'll say maybe week 4 will have the lesser weightage. Okay. Compared to week 1 and 2, 3. So week 1, 2, 3 will have more weightage because week 4 is the week where it's you do not have much time to
Yeah.
uh, do the revisions and may get to involve a lot more into that. So week 4 will have lesser weightage. So week 1, 2, 3 will have more weightage. Okay.
And sir, is there any minimum marks to get we should get on each paper?
Yeah. You should. I think it's 40, right? 40
Yeah.
in each subject and 50 overall.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Sir, sir,
Suppose I get 40 every subject, it will be considered as a pass or fail.
So are you a qualified student or a term student?
No, I'll go for qualifier by tomorrow.
Okay, so if you get all the 40 right, so your average score will be 40 marks, right? So that is not considered as qualified. The total average should be more than 50. So if you are having, let's say, 40 marks in statistics, 40 in mathematics,
Sir, is it
and
40 marks or 40%?
40%.
percent. So
Okay,
because the paper won't be of 100 marks, it will be 40 marks or 50 marks. It's kind of like that. So it is percentage. So I'm just talking about, like, let's say 40% in statistics 1, 40 in maths. Okay. And
sir,
you have 100 marks in English and CT. So it will become 280. So 280 divided by 4, how much it is? 60.
20.
You are qualified. So yeah, so whatever, yeah, 70. So you are qualified. But if you have 40, 40, 40 in all 4, then you are not qualified.
Sir, any last minute suggestion?
So suggestion is that only because
Do not disturb.
when you are having that you are going to solve the question paper, right? So try to solve maybe statistics 1, mathematics 1 earlier, and English at the end, because English is like a simple one, right? But
Yeah.
still at the end means you should have at least half an hour before solving to English paper. Okay, so when you feel that you may be able to cross the boundary, maybe able to score more than 50 or 60 marks, right? Then try to switch the sections.
Yeah.
So English you can
sir,
attempt early or like at the start, or you can attempt at the end. But when you are attending any question paper at the end, just be sure that you should have sufficient time to solve, because statistics and mathematics, it will you should have to write or solve the questions, right? So it
Yeah.
may take
They
more
are kind
time
of time
compared to
consuming.
computational thinking and English. So computational thinking, you should use the logic. So
Sure,
try to
sure, sir.
English and computational thinking maybe within 1.5 hours, right? Because out of 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you will get.
So do we have the option to shift between subjects?
Yes,
Like,
yes. At any point of time.
and we can come back to the same subject again?
Yes. You can
Okay,
again
okay.
come back and you solve. So you have
So,
the liberty
yes.
to go through all the sections at any point of time, and you can come back and.
So
So,
the
and
standard of question will be same as the mock.
Uh, yeah, it will be similar. maybe and the ambiguity won't be there. So whatever maybe you have to find. Yeah.
Sir, for mock 1 and 2, it was quite tough.
No, that not that tough. It will be there. Somewhat easier only. Okay.
So qualifier and foundation level, that same standard will be followed.
Yes, same question.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, one last question. I've already been qualified in November. So this one, can I take it just to improve whichever I want, like statistics I would like to improve. So can I concentrate on that? Because the best of two marks will be.
Yes, you can concentrate on that.
Okay, I can leave English and CT completely if I don't want to improve the mark. That can be done.
That I'm not sure about. That you can, but yeah,
because I'm already qualified, so the best of 2 marks will be taken, right?
Okay, yeah, correct. I think it is like that, but still you can check with support by tomorrow maybe.
Okay.
First of all, give the paper. Anyway, you are qualified, so it doesn't harm anything, right? So just try to improve as much as you can.
Otherwise, if I'm not able to perform, it won't affect. Like I'm
anyway,
already.
Anyways, it will. Okay. It won't affect your marks, anyways.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I think we should stop.
So I have one question in the ninth question.
Ninth in this mock.
Yes, eighth one. Eighth one.
Okay.
No, not this one. The previous mock. Mock test 2.
Okay. So why I'm doing this, Harry, is because I need to go to the mess actually. So that's okay. Otherwise, I would have been stayed for longer. Okay. So yeah, here if the range of the computational thinking scores is greater than the range of English scores by 7, then what is the value of X? Okay. So range is what? The maximum value minus minimum value, right? So what is the
I got
range
that
for
one. The second one, sir. What is the first one? What is the difference between the modal scores?
Modal score I have already discussed, right? So what is the mode of CT?
59.
No, CT. It's 88, right? Okay, my screen is not visible, huh? So
Visual.
right?
Sir, it is visual.
Yes, it is visible.
This upper plot, figure 2.2, this is the stem and leaf plot of CT. So what is the modal score here?
Modal is the highest frequency, no, sir?
Mode is
number which has highest frequency.
Mode is okay. Highest frequency is okay, but the highest frequency which is occurring, not highest frequency.
The number which occurs with the highest frequency.
Yeah. So
okay.
Frequency is what? Frequency is what? Like if something is coming frequently, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So here 88 is coming 2 times. So
yes,
the frequency of 88 is 2, right?
Yes.
This is the highest one.
I've got it, sir. Yes, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That's all.
Sir.
Yes. Okay. This is last one. Okay, I'll just finish it off.
Sir, mock on 4th question wants tell about pay not pay.
Sorry.
Mock on 4th question.
Absolute value. I think I've solved this one. Absolute value of point by serial correlation coefficient. I have solved it. You can check the YouTube streaming for this. Okay, it's already solved.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys. Then I'll stop here. Thanks for joining.
Thank you so much, sir.
All the best.
And sorry for keeping you delayed.
That's okay. So
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
And, thank you, guys.
Sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you very much, sir. Good night.
Thank you, sir.